Alrighty, and we are back with another week of Flight of Thylea Place, Odyssey of the Dragonlords. So as we're doing announcements, obviously the first thing to address is so I'm a geopolitical nerd. When I did, everything from speech to law in law school, I was in a thing called Jessup, and it was like a big moot court competition, stuff like that. Ironically, one of the topics one of the years was about the Crimea invasion. Well, annexation, right? However you want to call it. It was an invasion. As the end of a very long, prosperous time, for one generation, essentially, we got to have pseudo peace. There's a lot of proxy war, and the Cold War was kind of lingering on. And I know I'm sounding like a total nerd right now. Bear with me. I was actually born in West Germany. I'm just that old enough, right? Not old enough to really remember the USSR in any capacity, but old enough to be able to say that I was born in West Germany when there was still a distinction between those two states. What I can tell you from a unified country, Germany, a lot of people kind of consider, oh yeah, it's got its shit together now, which, hey, for once we're not responsible for a world war. Whoop, whoop. It fucked up the country. East Germany to this day still has higher unemployment rates. There existed for a very long time attacks to have West Germans help out East Germans to rebuild the economy and that kind of stuff. What's happening in the Ukraine is aggression, an act of war, no question about it. I have a few Ukrainian friends that I've met over the years, and we're not close. And I doubt that they'll ever watch this, but if you're randomly watching this, and if you have friends that are in the Ukraine, etc., reach out to them. We'll try to provide as much entertainment and escapism as we can, since you don't necessarily want to be reminded everywhere you turn how shitty the world can be. But, at least some thoughts were with you guys. We'll see what happens. So. Anyways, in other announcements, there's no good segue away from that, right? There's like, and now that we talked about war, let's talk about D&D. We do have a couple things coming up. While all this craziness is happening, my beautiful wife is very pregnant. We're week 37, I think it is now. There is a potential thing that might be causing her to deliver a little bit early, so that might be as early as tomorrow, but it'll happen sometime over the next few weeks. So David is on baby alert. Just so you guys know, if baby shows up, no session. You know how that works. I know a newborn would probably be the best, attunement slot for a streamer to have, but I feel like too many people would be real turned off when instead of inspiration I just give out baby cries. But so just know over the next few weeks there's going to be that hovering, might not have a session because of that. Secondly, also sessions, we are going to be moving our time slots. Just as a reminder, this is our last time running on Thursday nights. Tyler just resubscribed. 12 months of subscriptions, baby. We have done this for about...
my money.
Are you using your Prime?
I don't have Prime. I use my best friend's Prime.
Oh. Hey! Your friend's money. But so yeah, it's crazy. We are now on, what is it, session 47? Just a few more and we'll have officially a year's worth, but it's been about a year now, y'all. This is awesome. Yeah, we'll be moving to Tuesdays. We're also moving it up by an hour, so it's going to be 7 p.m. Mountain, i.e. Wait, how do American shows do this? It's like 9/7 Central. It's going to be at 9/8
They usually
Central.
just do Eastern and Pacific. They say fuck everybody else.
I mean, that is where most Americans live, so that is fair. But 9 Eastern is when we're going to start the sessions from now on Tuesdays. So that'll be fun. Also, so, we don't have to stream at the same day as Critical Role, which is going to be nice as well. Because we love Critical Role, and we just hate drawing so many viewers away from Critical Role. Matt Mercer has reached out to me and has pleaded that we finally stop streaming on Thursday. So that is why we're moving. Just I know.
They're not even playing today.
There has been a lot of talk between him and I. Okay, Tyler, don't undermine me. The day that Matt messaged me about anything is gonna be the day when I know I'm like, that'll be the day. Anyway, yeah. Anything else? Oh yeah, big one. Giveaway. So if you guys want to win or get a chance to win a giveaway. Anyone who follows us is going to be automatically subscribed. But if you guys want to cheer and subscribe for the channel, that would be super, 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 super appreciated. And as we just established, if you have Twitch Prime, if you have Twitch Prime, which you get through Amazon Prime, you can actually subscribe for free. The hint is you're already technically paying for it, right? So, what are you getting from the giveaway? The big question, right? You are going to be entered for a drawing to get some character art made for your D&D or whatever TTRPG character that you want to have from one of the wonderful artists in our server. We'll let you guys know. We'll be going with Silky Noir, which will be really fun. She's one of our most recent artists. But yeah, that's the stuff. I know. I'm just grateful that any of you have tuned in tonight. All Critical Role jokes aside, I know you'd probably be very tempted to be playing Elden Ring or something else right now. So thank you guys for tuning in, even if we're just on in the background, right, Alex? With that,
We should have put Elden Ring in the title. That's what we should have done.
Yeah.
Light of Thylea, Elden Ring.
Then
That's
it would have
what we
gotten
should have
reported.
done.
Twitch does this report thing where if you like have the wrong name on there, because I've done that before. I had like Dungeons and Dragons, but I was actually playing like Solastra or whatever it's called, and somebody's like, "I'm gonna report you immediately." I'm like, "Oh fuck, I just forgot to switch over. I'm sorry." Anyways, cool beans. Anything else that you guys have before we delve back in?
Negative.
All right, let's do this.
So.
Next combat encounter. So previously on Light of Thylea, you guys had traveled through the Cerulean Sea. You had obviously arrived in Mitros. You were able to patch over some of the, let's call it diplomatic faux pas with the sailors, and had traveled southeastward. You guys got to the Isle of the Chimera, or at least the, well, string of islands, the archipelagos that together formed the area within which this chimera had attacked multiple different ships trying to, well, conduct commerce across Thylea. You guys have been told by King Acastus, the husband of goddess Valis, that if you guys were to slay this beast and bring proof back to him, you guys would receive 1,000 gold pieces. And for the cash-strapped but incredibly famous heroes of Thylea that you guys currently are, that sounded like a pretty good deal. Now, you guys traveled on. The Ultros was attacked by the Chimera in its spawn and then bamfed out of there. However, you guys followed it, taking a little bit of time, taking a little bit of a downtime activity. Well, downtime activity as in like sleeping on the beach, you know, and then making poor Rhodas row his little boat all throughout these archipelagos until you did see a shape up in the sky. You approached, and with a masterfully executed and pre-planned plan, pushed in there, perfectly executing no, not at all. You guys essentially got off of it. One of the little spawn, you know, got its mama, and the combat ensued. You guys had an epic fight on this little archipelago, and I'll actually draw us over to the map again because it is just, this is the Chipeku map, by the way, for you folks who do like to get some Patreons, and I love Chipeku. They're probably one of my favorite creators. Anyway, an epic fight ensued in this little crescent-shaped archipelago, and with a very clutch polymorph on Astrea's parts, turning Rhodas from his magnificent barbarian self into an even more magnificent, what is that called? What did we decide of us?
The Rotodile.
The Rotodile. So you are currently still in Rotodile form. The rest of you guys are kind of like breathing heavily. Brissa, you certainly healed yourself up a lot. You brought your dragon back. There was a little bit of a moment where that was questionable. And as you guys pick it back up, Istrea, you tried to come to the top, and you're just absolutely immediately picked up by the Dust Devil Dervish thing that Kasaria had created. Just kidding. You see that there's all this water above you as you kind of paddle away from it and surface again. What do you guys do?
The Dust Devil after Australia. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll swim to the surface and
Savage.
look around, see where everybody else is at. Make sure Scylla's alive.
Is Rhoda still Rotodile? Because if so, I'll
I
use
am,
the
yep.
Dust Devil to majestically lift him to the shore.
Yeah, he's definitely still in his Rotodile form for as long as Estrella is going to concentrate on it.
I'm gonna hang on to him and let him take you back to shore.
Nice.
Make sure you get the Chimera. You gotta bring that with you.
All right.
How many things do I have to carry to shore?
A lot. Everything.
I drag the
can, like-
Chimera out of the water onto the beach in my teeth.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
you do. The water splashes as you take the white bird thing with the 3 different heads. Again, you have a unicorn, you have a lion head, and you have actually also an eagle head that you kind of like pull out and pull onto the shore. What is interesting, you can see that the fur seems to be extremely water repellent. As you do so, you also notice that it didn't take any water into its lungs. I know that was a very contentious question by Alex last week. But as you're moving along, Estrella and Rhodus, I'll have you both make me a perception check with disadvantage, and I'll call it out to make it a little bit easier on you guys. And then just hold control as you click it, or that works too.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, good.
And I didn't hit control. You know what? It's too many things, too many clicks. But I did remember the control thing. Anyway.
Alrighty, as you guys look around, maybe it's just because of your aquatic form currently, you're like pseudo-aquatic form. You kind of go around, and as you're yanking at the chimera, you can tell as you look down, it does indeed kind of keep, just like in a big old culvert, kind of bowl down. This must have been at one point or another a volcanic island that then got filled in with the water, or maybe just kind of sunk down. But as you look down, Rhodus, you can actually see a little bit of an opening. A little tiny, relatively narrow, maybe like 10 feet across cave entrance.
It looks very deep here. I pulled it up on the shore. Can I speak when I'm? No, I can't. Okay, I'm just gonna jump back in the water and go take a look. Bye.
But presumably you can still understand common,
Oh.
so...
No. I can speak with you.
Mm-mm.
I will.
Technically speaking, no.
I'll use
Speak with animals? That is different, yes.
I'll use
Or
speak with animals.
telepathy, right?
Speak
Go
with
ahead and
animals,
cast
cool.
it. Oh,
Yep.
is that a concentration spell though?
Ooh.
I don't think so.
Good. If it's not,
Let me
I'm
check that. No. Nope.
awesome.
Rotis? Do you want to be human Rotis again, or do you want to stay Rotodial?
I think I need to. I see something down there. I'm gonna go take a look at before you change me back.
The rest of you guys start.
He wants to go check out something he saw under the water, but we can all go.
Oh, we
Right, we do
still
have
have water
water
breathing, don't we?
Wait, isn't that concentration though?
No, it's
No.
24 hours. If that was concentration, oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna jump in and they can.
Slowly follow behind you because I don't
Yeah, I
think
guess
any of us
all-
have a swim speed.
About,
I grab
half
onto
through there.
Rotodile's tail.
Good point. Yeah, no swim speed.
Alrighty. Rhodus, as you go deeper and deeper into the water itself, and you kind of pulling Casaria along, some of you might also be swimming down, you see that indeed there seems to be actually dozens of little offshoots that have ultimately collapsed down. You see volcanic tunnels and the like, just scattering throughout this natural formation. However, this one is the largest and most well preserved. As you get in there, you can see that there's corals that have kind of started growing on there. There's some schools of fish that kind of skitter away from you guys as you get closer, and you can see that the tunnel indeed seems to go deeper and deeper down. As you look down upon the ground now, you kind of see, with your going off of the 18 that you had rolled earlier, indeed that there are shattered chests and like hole marks all across the kind of like filled in soot and sand bottom of this. The weirdest thing is, it seems like things have been dropped in here again and again and then dragged towards that entry point, or chute, if you want to call it.
Okay, I want to go back, I suppose, to the surface, unless everyone is already like, if I turn around and see everybody swimming towards me, I'll hang out and wait. But if not, I'll resurface.
I'm making sand angels on the beach. I'm exhausted.
I'll take Casaria, hanging on my tail back to the back to the beach and speak with animals last 10 minutes. So I will speak with Estrella again and say, I think that the Chimera's been dumping treasure from all these ships in the center of this island, and there seems to be all kinds of holes down there. I mean, one of them seems pretty promising.
All right. Everyone, Rhodes has found the treasure.
Yeah, nice. Yes.
Yay, treasure!
Also, just assuming
Yes.
my glamour is still intact as Rotodiah pulls me through the water, it's just like a swamp witch situation, like hair just billowing in the water and everything. I look like Madame Medusa from The Rescuers.
Nice. If we want to short rest before we go, take a little rest. We could get some of our stuff back.
What time is it right
Hello?
now?
It's getting to be night. So by the time that you guys would take your long rest, that would then switch it over to night for you guys. Like the sun is currently in the process of setting.
But it would be like the beginning of evening if we
Yeah.
took a short rest, right?
Mhm.
Okay. We probably have time because at some point we need to get back to the ship so we can go back.
Or I do believe
Well, Justin,
I can also still wild shape. So between me and Rotodial, our maws should be big enough to bring most of this treasure up. Should they not?
Silas excellent swimmer as well, so she can start breaking some stuff up as well, and just give her a few scritches.
is there stuff like scattered along the bottom,
What are you looking for?
or
Like
is it all
treasure?
I'm
You
more
see
just-
some
anything valuable? Like, did I just spy anything? Like, oh, I'm surprised if that's on the bottom of the ocean.
only the chests, but they are currently destroyed. So no, actually,
Smashed up.
and that kind of gives you a little bit of a weird feeling.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, we could spend time just like gathering stuff from the bottom and then like dive into the tunnel after we rest. But I think unless never mind. I'm a crocodile. Figure it out.
Wow, what a cop out.
Well,
What a
if
You
cop
see him
do
just
go-
kind of shake his big crocodilian head. Water flakes everywhere as he just diva wiggles his little cute crocodile butt.
If you do go, Casaria, he was almost dead when I polymorphed him, so he will be almost dead when he is no longer Rhododial. So just make sure you heal him, okay?
Oh yeah, I mean I can even do that right now. I will
But I don't think it will-
expend.
Wait until he's not Rotodial.
Yeah, I think it doesn't carry over.
The damage does if you take too much, but not the healing.
Yeah, right.
Are we gonna take a short rest?
It is up. It seems like it's up to us. We need to decide or do we want to try to get all this stuff out of the tunnel before we?
For the short rest?
You
Yeah,
don't see
or-
where the tunnel leads. It was definitely longer than your vision allowed you to make out.
I mean, Rotodial could still go and inspect. He
Yeah.
is also almost dead. So
I
if he
have
encounters an
one
enemy,
more-
then
4th level spell as well. So I could do not polymorph again, but re-up you when it fades.
I'll talk
Are
to.
we...
Assuming Estrella's talking to Crocodile Rhodus, I will say. I think you should change me back, and we should rest. And even if it's dark, we can make our way through the tunnel. It's going to be dark in the tunnel. If it's nighttime or daytime, won't make a difference.
This is pretty smart as a crocodile. He thinks we should rest, and I will drop polymorph.
Sweet.
Alrighty. Rhodas, you
Does-
you snap,
Rhodus
become
is just
smaller.
like, he's really not looking good when he he's pretty messed up.
Ooh,
I mean, if they're gonna start making camp, I'm gonna go look for some coconuts.
Yeah, there are plenty of those. You might have to shimmy up those palm trees a little ways, but you certainly could do that, yeah.
Rhodus is just going to crawl under the rowboat and flip it over on top.
So,
Leave
so
me.
Do you want an athletics or an acrobatics check for this?
Nah, if you
this
guys
free
start
swimming?
taking a short rest here, you could certainly make that be part of that. Anything else that you guys would want to do during the short rest?
Well, oh, sorry.
Let's say
go ahead. Go ahead.
Nope.
Lyra
good, you're
first,
good.
then Estrella.
Okay. Brissa, does Scylla, lick her wounds when we rest like everyone else does, or is she just kind of
She can expend hit dice.
dying?
Yeah, she can heal up, so to speak.
All right. Then I will use my last spell slot that I did have. I thought I did. I was very glad that I did. To cast Cure Wounds on Rhodas.
Aw. What does the healing look like? I think this is the first time that you actually heal with Lyra, right?
Right?
No, I did it once, and it was very morbid and like fate thread, like stitching people's wounds closed and gross. But I'm sure there's some sort of radiant anesthetic involved, so you don't just feel thread pulling through your skin the whole time. Even though that,
I mean, as was established last week, as the threads kind of like pierce themselves through your skin and kind of go back together again, you can actually tell that there's a motif of Lyra, just kind of like a loom, kind of stitching together your skin.
Oh my god,
And then
yes.
it
If
slowly just
Rhodas
kinda-
looks at his bicep, there's a Lyra tattoo stitched in his skin now.
It's not gonna go away.
Never. But you get 26 hit points. You're welcome.
Worth it.
Every time I heal you, you get a new tattoo. Everyone's just covered in tattoos.
Next one's a Lyra pinup.
I love that flavor.
All right, Estrella, what did you want to do?
While my speak with animals is still up, I would like to see if there's any like fish or like marine creatures around.
That's good. Yeah, make me a survival check.
Sure, I'd love to.
Alrighty. You look around, and indeed, there's nothing above water, but below water, certainly, yeah, you can see that there are schools of fish that seem to be not quite trapped in here, but definitely prefer the lower reaches of this. As you kind of like nod towards everyone else and probably let them know, like, yeah, I'm just gonna go in the water, don't worry. You kind of go in there, and indeed, the fish kind of shy away from you, but as you talk to them, what do you say?
Hello. I was just wondering. Hi. My name is Estrella. What is your name?
Bob.
Hi, Bob. So nice to meet you. Don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to speak quickly, okay? You with me, Bob?
You see there's like 7 other fish that kind of like pull together. They're these shimmery,
Oh, hi.
silvery, just like very long and sleek looking fish as they kind of consider you. Are you going to eat us?
No, I would never eat you. I actually have a question for you. My friends and I are looking for the treasure that the big, scary, 3-headed creature. Do you know? Do you know anything about that?
There are scary creatures. But until you guys came in, we never saw anything like that.
You never saw a 3-headed creature?
No, but
Down
the
here?
other ones. Did see the other ones.
What other ones? What other ones? Oh, there's other scary creatures?
Hmm?
Did they live in the tunnels down there?
Hmm?
Oh, what are they like?
Hmm. Big.
Okay. Are they like sharks?
Hmm.
Like a big octopus? Worse? Bob, I'm not sure. Could you like draw it in the sand for me, like with your tail or something?
What is drawing?
No, that's too much. You're right. That was a silly question. I appreciate your help. Thank you so much.
Oh.
You have such a good day. Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Okay.
I Eldritch Blast the fish.
That was Bob. Not Bob.
Roll for damage.
We need
No, I'm kidding.
food.
No, but you're not eating Bob. You eat a coconut. So I talked to the fish. They said there was big scary creatures down there. No treasure, but big scary creatures. I couldn't get them to tell me what kind, but worse than sharks and giant octopuses. Octopuses? Octopi. Whatever.
Octopods is also appropriate.
Thank you, Yanni.
I think this is the third time we've had this conversation.
Worst druid ever.
If this adventure has taught me anything, it's usually that big scary monsters mean there is treasure. Just kidding. Every time we fought something, there's been nothing. I mean, did they say what it was?
Oh, I even got them to try to draw it with their tail, but it was too much. It was just, a school of
Oh,
fish.
yeah. I don't know if fish are really that dexterous.
Yeah, his name was Bob. Really nice, though.
Bob, that's... I don't think I've ever heard of anyone named Bob.
Were the chimeras on the beach, right?
Yeah, you dragged it. It's kind of like right. It's on the left side of the boat. The boat.
Maybe I didn't get it close enough looking. That's fine. But you said that I saw drag marks and claw marks. Were they bigger, larger? Does it look like the chimera could have made those, or does it look like something? How would I compare the claws that I see on that thing to what I saw?
Different, 100%. The marks were not necessarily claw-like, but rather you saw big piercing indentures kind of in the sand ground down below, and then the dragon itself seemed to be separate from that.
Crab. Sounds like crab. Big, huge crab. I forgot to ask if it was a crab.
Mm.
Well, if I get arrested, we can take on anything.
If it's a crab, can we get Jermaine Clement to voice it? Please?
I don't know if that's in the budget. I don't know.
Just slightly outside of it. Just almost. Not quite.
Now,
We
David,
can all do an a cappella cover of Shiny. That's what I'll do.
That would be awesome.
being a circle of sacrifice druid, if one were to skin this chimera, would one gain the magic reflecting abilities of its pelt?
Oh, right. Didn't we talk
So,
about that?
actually, as far as that is concerned, Sarah, go to make me a survival check.
All right.
I think we learned that at the library. I have a note about that.
That they used it.
You said survival, right?
Skin them for use for armor.
Oh.
Oh, 6.
So-
But it was a nat 1.
The thing that you know for sure is that where the pelt wasn't destroyed by Rhodus's bite or laser blast from the Eldritch fate strings tearing it apart, there are
It's force damage, David.
where Lyra forced herself onto this chimera. You do notice that large chunks of it remain salvageable, though you're looking between all of you, you're pretty sure that this is not the ideal place to start kind of skinning and taking that off. However, from what Estrella can kind of tell you, yes, indeed, from what she read, taking this back to someone that can do some proper leather work and or just crafting with it, maybe Vulcan, you might be able to get some cool stuff out of it.
Honestly, with the
You mentioned that.
nat 1, I'm just gonna say that Casaria spends the whole time having machinations about making a shawl and just very minimal covering armor out of this.
Exactly
A
what Rhodus wants. Minimal coverage.
Right.
It's the
Gonna
bronze
have
plan.
Xena warrior princess. No. He's gonna be Gabrielle after season 5
Yeah.
with the size.
When she cuts her hair. Yeah.
Yup.
After she finally kills someone.
When
Yeah.
she dumps the damn staff.
Mm-hmm. When she has emotional damage from killing somebody. We love emotional
Oh, sure
damage
no.
here.
Character
Definitely.
development.
All right, guys, that is the first meme that I've ever felt fully boomer on. I've heard that the past 4 weeks here, the emotional damage. I've never heard of that in my life other than in this.
Oh,
this
TikTok.
con-
Yeah,
It's
you gotta get
TikTok.
TikTok, Brian.
That's my problem.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm so out of the loop. I'm an old man at this point.
While you're considering that for a
age.
hot second, I will say the following. Watch out! I'm gonna try to catch that. Can I catch it? No. Oh, okay, there we go. So here's a little link for your edification. But while Brian looks that up and learns a little bit about the non-boomer life, Casaria, you do kind of shimmy up the palm tree. You get a couple coconuts. You throw them down. One just lands right next to Yanni's face, kind of getting some white sand on you.
Sorry.
As you guys are keep bandaging up your wounds, anything else that you guys want to accomplish during the short rest?
I'll try to crack these coconuts so we can enjoy some coconut milk.
You guys are having delicious coconut milk and water. You guys, carve them out a little bit. A couple of them have gone bad, but most of them are actually excellent quality. And as you guys take that time, the next hour goes by uneventfully. Night does take over as it gets late.
Like that doesn't sound good.
You know what's really not good is that everything on my screen turned gray. Which reminds me that I can't see in the dark.
No, you have didn't you pick something up? I forget.
Nope, sure didn't.
Oh, I could have sworn you did.
I can use Lothario or one of my other familiars to see through their eyes if I want to, but I currently still do not have dark vision.
I mean, why don't we just build a campfire and tell ghost stories?
I have light. It's not like I'm completely blind, but if we're about to go underwater, it's going to be pretty obvious where we are if I just got this big glowing orb.
We have this big Herculean man here. He can for sure build us a campfire.
We are officially short resting, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that we would want to stay here. It's pretty nice on the beach. I say, drinking the dregs of my coconut milk, but it's creepy here at night.
Hell yeah.
The stars are certainly beautiful. You can see them sparkling above, and just because there's not a lot of landmarks to block it otherwise, you just have this huge stretch of open sky above you. Estrella, from your perspective, this is amazing. It's gorgeous. This is probably the most complete picture of the night sky and the constellations you've ever seen.
I imagine I spend the whole time then just kind of staring up and looking through my little telescope crystal thing.
But as you guys are certainly there to kind of bandage up your wounds, starting to feel a little bit better.
Oh, whoops! Didn't mean to do that. Just kidding. I hit the wrong one.
So as far as Thylea healing up, she doesn't heal up to full, so I don't know what she was at before. Do you remember?
I think she was at
low.
I clicked the button.
I know that one works different.
That button,
yeah,
that button's not real.
Do the right thing.
It's not. I thought that was a short rest button, but it's not.
And we might have to. But what should Thylea's HP be? Because you might have reset it by accident. That's partially on me. Is it just equal to yours?
No, it's I can pull up the thing.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
It's like 40 to plus my paladin level times something. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change that. So the way that we'll do what is that called? Hits dice for her. We'll just say that her current level, i.e. your current level, is going to be what determines that. So her CR is going to be her level, and that's how many hit dice she has. And she's going to have D8s for hit dice for the time being. Yeah, we'll just in case.
Content.
Kind of skill.
Paladin.
Is it maybe Bond of the Dragonlords? Is it within the spell?
So 40 plus twice my paladin level.
Alright, so she would actually be just at a 56, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my god, twins.
She should have actually been unconscious earlier, maybe. All right, so let's just say that she had about 10 HP left, and then roll me up to 8d8. But each one should get the +3 from it. So if you wanna copy and paste, that might be the easiest way to do it. So like a 1d8 +3, and roll that for each potential like heal up.
Oh, that's why. That's why I didn't see it. It's because it was blind. All right.
No.
So whatever that one was.
That was a good one.
What was it? What does that put her to?
8d8 plus 24.
Keep going.
Maybe one more. 2 more. Why not? There we go. She'll do that. That'll be enough for her.
6. You have 2 more if you want them.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Why not?
Ready? Oh, and then you roll big on the last one, of course. But hey, I think that heals her up completely, right?
Should, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think so. But
David.
Yes.
I was gonna take the shocked off of myself, but I don't see it because I'm gonna give the alacrity to Rhodas this time.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
There's apparently a giant crab, so
probably giant for the fish, right? You know, so it's probably just a normal crab.
it's just a little like king crab.
With a little Makata, like a little short sword to just stab people with.
Hell yeah.
I guess we should just start bringing stuff up to the shore. Me and if you guys want to, like, we could, have Siler just start bringing up some of the chests that we see while we explore the tunnel.
All the chests you guys could see were empty. It seems like they kind of broke open, and whatever's in it was drug away from that spot.
All right, we're all going into the tunnel then.
Yep.
Wait, what? I don't.
So we're gonna fight whatever's down there.
I think we should have one of us like fly over to look from up high before we do that, or
it's underwater though, so I mean, yeah.
Well, does the Chimera live underwater? Do you think? Because why would it have a lair where it couldn't breathe?
I mean, it might have have you seen with some of those layers that they go underwater for a little bit, then you come out and then there's like not underwater anymore. So it could be one of those.
Based on what I was seeing down there.
And we did row over here too, so we didn't see anything else, but it is just this island.
Based on what I saw at the bottom of this, I don't think the Chimera was what was going in those tunnels. Something else is there.
Well,
Do you think it's worse than the Chimera?
Only Bob knows.
What could be worse, right?
Oh,
a
don't-
double
no,
Chimera.
Don't tempt the fates.
Right.
There's only one way to find out. This will start wading into the water.
Splash,
I don't
splash.
swim well.
Oh, wait 1 minute, Brisa. I will cast water breathing on us all again just to be sure.
Didn't it last for 24 hours? So then I'll make that up.
Yeah.
It does. Are we
It
super
does.
safe?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
are
I
still
think so.
safe. Yeah, you guys cast that
Okay.
in the morning, so yeah, you guys are good.
Okay.
Just don't stay under the water, more than 8 hours. So you'll be fine.
In we go.
Alrighty. What is the swimming order that you guys descend down into this little chute as you guys are pushing down and kind of using some of the coral to kind of propel yourself forward, pulling down? This is actually a longer shaft than you guys expected.
I keep myself between bigger people, stronger people that I can grab onto for help if I need it.
You could just ride Sila. She's a swim
Okay,
speed.
I'm good with that.
All right.
Realistically, my strength is not great, and also being healer, I'm just gonna take up the rear here.
I am one step ahead of Yanni and have already wrapped myself around Rhodas. Classic, I can't
Ooh.
see where I'm going, so I need someone to guide me.
All right, we'll say Sila and Kasari kind of stay in the back. Yana, you're kind of holding on to Sila as they're swimming forward. Estrella, did you want to recast something like Polymorph on Rhodas, or do you want to kind of just leave him where he's at for now?
Oh, yeah. Are we turning him into Rotodile?
I say wait until we find out what's what we need.
Save it until we find the giant crab.
Yeah.
I mean, she might need to cast it on Lyra realistically, so that Lyra can see underwater.
No, it's fine. I'm comfortable here.
I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast in the dark.
Keep shooting at Rodus. So as you guys are following this path, it sometimes broadens, it narrows down. You see that some corals seem to not have grown in the central lowest part of this shaft. And again, there's more drag marks. You can see that creatures seem to have pushed through here multiple times. It's almost like a throughway of sorts. And as you guys are going deeper, you can now see glinting and glimmering every once in a while coins, half buried in the dirt and muck below. It keeps going downwards and downwards, and you descend what feels like 60, 70, 80, 90, all the way to 100 feet or so. The pressure on your ears is starting to get more and more and more. You guys are incredibly glad that you certainly can at least breathe in these conditions. As Rodus and Lyra, you guys kind of push and suddenly see glimmering light before you. It seems to be ringed by this phosphorescent glow. You push out into what appears to be a cavern of sorts, a submerged, completely underwater cavern. All along the outside, you can see little places that are underwater, obviously, but have like these little stalactites and stalagmites kind of pushing up. It seems like that at one point or another, this cave certainly was not submerged, but then later was flooded. In the middle of this, I can show you guys, you can see that there seems to be a little bit of a raised platform almost. And in that raised platform, you can tell that it seems as if once upon a time, there was a raised dais of sorts. You can actually make out ancient looking mosaics and the like, kind of shining and shimmering through. You can see that the phosphorescent light seems to come from these, they look like mushrooms that have calcified over time, but still seem to give off this almost pseudo-magical light off of them. However, the thing that really gets Briss's heart racing is, on this dais, the central part, the glimmering of gold, copper, platinum, silver, different kinds of necklaces, gemstones, and rings, all piled on top of each other.
See, I told you guys. Now we don't have to worry about money ever again.
First of all, critical role rules. These are told you guys.
I want to do a nature check on these mushrooms to see, like, what the deal is. Maybe if I recognize them, and maybe even an Arcana check. Honestly,
make me a nature check.
I grabbed one.
You do, and as you kind of pick it off, it kind of breaks off. It's very this light, porous, very pockmarked exterior of it, and as you do, it just breaks away in your hand, and seems to kind of float there like a cloud. The light seems to kind of shine for a couple more seconds, and then slowly dim down and die. Casaria, you know that there are some mushrooms that glow in kind of the underdark regions of Thylea. The spots of Thylea that are supposedly, and according to ancient wisdom, do connect down into the underworld, ultimately. You've heard stories, but you've never seen one of these phosphorescent mushrooms before, and it is, again, odd that it seems like the natural phosphorescence has been preserved, even though they have all died and calcified here.
50.
You see there are markings on the dais?
There seem to be, yeah. It's kind of hard to tell, so you'd have to kind of get a little bit closer and like maybe swim up a little bit to get a better view, but yeah, there seems to be something there.
Yanni, Do you recognize these markings?
Do I recognize the markings?
You'll have to get closer to get a better look.
Where exactly are they?
Kind of where that golden light is.
Okay.
Shit, I'll swim up.
Yeah, I can't read them from here. I'm sure as hell not going up there by myself.
Let's go.
All right, as you guys start swimming.
Not everyone disappearing as soon as they move in front of me.
Rodus is definitely hanging back. This seems more like a magic user's specialty here. This isn't like a we are going to attack this thing right now.
Thylea apparently just gets yeeted forward, and as she gets yeeted forward, triggering absolutely everything as we had talked about last week. Just kidding. But Thylea kind of, in her element, being the one who has the swim speed compared to everyone else, seems to kind of look upon all this gold and actually takes a mouthful and just...
Well, don't eat it. Don't eat it. No, stop it.
We haven't even checked to see if this stuff's cursed.
Stop it.
Burp in the water.
You just really don't want us to have money, do you?
You guys wanted to have a dragon. You guys got a dragon.
No. Alex wanted to have a dragon. It comes out of his share.
Right.
Hey.
The story gave us a dragon.
What were we going to say, Justin?
I was just saying, we don't even know if this gold's cursed, and here she is just chomping it down.
Mm-hmm. Loves it. He's kind of like half bathing in it. As you look across, you can see that most of the coins there seem to be of copper make. There's quite a bit of silver and less so gold, but there's a sizable sum of coins. Thousands.
Marissa, if she keeps eating our coins, I'm going to banish her. I'm not kidding.
She's not going to keep on eating. I just told her no. No, stop it. Come here. Yeah.
You kind of swim over there.
Get up on the
I'm warming up.
You do the whole thing where you kind of like take them on, you kind of try to like peel it back and like pull the coins out of there. Yanni, as you kind of like swim up a little bit and get a little bit closer, you get a better view of it. Go ahead and make me either a religion or history check.
I'm gonna go with history because I'm proficient in that. Do you want to do it blind or no?
Up to you.
I don't know if it matters for this. I'm either gonna know or not.
Alrighty. You look upon it, and you do actually recognize a lot of familiar symbology here. There seems to be two figures moving through the ocean together. One of them seems to be this almost nymph-like dryatic creature that has long branches reaching off of her back. You see a huge, what is almost like a plumage of leaf-like hair that cascades down her back. And you can see that they seem to be holding hands with another creature that off of it has hundreds of other appendages and littler hands kind of coming off of it. You recognize this to be a depiction of Kentimane and Thylea in her goddess form. You see that this seems to kind of transform as you see a Kentimane just completely distraught, holding his face with his hands as Thylea kind of falls forward into the sea, and then out of that spot, a massive tree appears. You see that an island spreads all across. The thing that you notice, though, with your 26 is that there are many broken pieces and patches here. But there is definitely what seems to be a small grouping of figures shown. Almost a dozen or so. And it's interesting because they seem to be coming out of the ocean in the third depiction. There's definitely parts of it missing. But with your 26, you're sure this seems to be the birth of the Titans. It depicts many Titans being born. And indeed, there's one where you can see these seem to be the cores of fruits that might have been born from the Thylean tree that were dropped into the water, and they seem to have, there's some kind of a depiction of a hand kind of pulling back with some kind of a liquid coming off of it. And you see one of these seeds kind of splitting in two, and ultimately the depictions of Lutheria and Sidon in a much younger format. However, you see many others that you haven't actually seen in the Academy before, surprisingly.
So, this is like kind of the abbreviated story of Kentamani and Thylea turning into, sacrificing herself and becoming land, and the birth of the Titans, but there's more than just the two Titans, and I don't recognize a lot of these.
Maybe it might be something to consult the Academy about when we get back.
Yeah, maybe.
Also,
Estrella, do you know anything about your grandpa's brothers and sisters?
Do I know anything about that?
Roll me a D100 to see if something may have been mentioned offhandedly.
Also, is there a reason I can't get up on the dais? Like, I keep trying to go forward, but it, stops me there.
Yeah.
You're too short, Justin.
Yeah.
Swim harder.
Swim hard. So as
where I was, I should have been kicking water in Yanni's face.
Estrella, you don't remember hearing about anything but them. In fact, I mean, your mother never really liked talking about Lutheria. You were always, able to read the room enough to know that your mom never liked Lutheria. And that's mostly because, Sidon fathered your mom with a woman that was not Lutheria, so, bad blood. But beyond that, there was never anything else mentioned of siblings. The story was only ever that Sidon is the lord of the sea and storms, and the father of the land that looks over it now. Sure, Thylea was the true mother of the entire continent, but Sidon and Lutheria rule over it. The thought that there were multiple other titans that might have existed alongside them. How does Estrella feel about that?
I've never heard of anything like that, but we did just learn that there was a girl in prison that is supposed to be the rightful ruler of Dentis, so I guess anything is possible. I don't know if they would have told me if there was family secrets that were deep and dark, to be honest.
Unknown Titans seems more fantastical to me than that some girl was kept in a prison for 10 years or something so that other people could steal her throne. But that being said,
same thing, really, just on bigger scale. I mean, if they're maybe in some kind of prison. Do you think this is a prison?
Or they're all victims of fratricide. Because, Sidon and Lutheria are Malakas and might have killed all their siblings for power.
Possible.
Do we see any more you mentioned that there were the drag marks or the spikes or something potentially from outside. Do we see anything more on the interior of here?
Make me a survival or a perception check, up to you.
Can I help him? Because I'm wrapped around his waist.
Too late.
As you kind of go around, as everyone else is kind of talking, you kind of checking things out. You swim around. You see indeed there's more markings, and you see that there's these almost in 6-inch wide in diameter imprints into the muck down below here that have climbed up onto the central dais, and it almost seems like they certainly recede in different places. As you kind of check things out further, you see that they also extend into multiple different directions. It seems like they kind of go around the central path onto it sometimes, but there's multiple kind of recurring paths like this that kind of lead into that stuff. If that makes any sense.
I want to do an Arcana check on this treasure just to make sure I don't get any cursed vibes.
Sure. The treasure is treasure.
Okay. It was a 12 for those at home.
Alrighty. as you guys see Scylla very much being held at bay by Brissa's strong arm trying to hold the brakes. Like, nope, stop it. What do you guys want to do?
Do these holes make anybody else nervous?
You do see chutes that seem to be just extending directly down into the ground below.
Does it seem like there's a geyser or any sort of stream or current coming from the holes?
Make me a perception check.
One sec.
Yanni, you have a bag, right? That we can stuff this in?
Sorry, what?
Or I guess Lyra, you have the bag, right?
I do have the bag.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a sack, but I don't have the bag.
Yeah, this is to start stuffing all this into the bag.
Get up there, Lyra.
Yeah, I guess I can see because of all these mushrooms.
Yeah.
So
as you're kind of being voluntold to go forward and start pushing things into that stuff, Kasari kind of swim over towards the hole, and you kind of put your hand by, and you can feel that the water coming out of the chute is significantly warmer than the water in this cavern. The water actually got steadily warmer the further down you came. As you hold your hands there and kind of feel them warm, and Lyra's kind of starting to like take
backing it.
During that stuff, suddenly there's a you feel a thunder and a crack within this entire cavern. As Estrella, you kind of look back from the path that you guys had come from, almost instinctually. But suddenly you see the water there change and churn. It's starting to form into what seems to be an almost, well, an animated sort of wall.
that's not a giant crab.
Like a wall of stone? Like the path just got blocked, or like a wall of water?
A wall of water that seems to kind of suddenly churn back and forth. It's almost like you see a vortex that seems to be just in place there, going back and forth. And with that, I will have everyone roll me some initiative.
Oh, David, this was supposed to be a loot episode.
Yeah.
Hey, I finally
Tyler
got a
sent
good
out an
picture.
agenda. Damn it! It was supposed to be that
Did you
and
not
shopping.
get the memo?
Oh, I didn't get the email, guys.
Read your script. Read your script.
Oh, we're doing this by script? Oops.
Oh, we just let them all know it's scripted back home.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Wow.
I hate you, Foundry. I hate you. I haven't said it yet today, but just in case you forgot, I hate you.
You should just give that what is it called? The gift of alacrity to Marissa. Not even Estrella, to Marissa.
Right.
Yeah.
Every single time it has to be a different person. Like whoever rolls the worst in the previous fight gets alacrity that day.
Oof, a nat
Well,
one.
at least Rodus is back here with me. Right, Rodus? Don't go run away, buddy.
On first, though.
Mine should be a 15 because I have advantage on initiative.
Yeah, I thought no, because you have exhaustion. That is canceled out. Exhaustion also affects. Technically, initiative is a skill check. Sorry, buddy. Let me actually turn off the albeit cool, but also kind of very resource intensive underwater animation there. So
It was cool though.
It was really cool. It's super, super nice. I just want to make sure that it runs smoothly, especially since I have to do a lot of like switching back and forth. That is going to bring us to combat.
Ro, did you add your D8?
I did not add the D8.
Yeah, go ahead and add that D8 if you would.
And all of us should have temp HP
That's right.
for my short rest.
Don't forget who gave you that.
Did you say that you were doing your inspiring leader speech?
I guess I didn't, but all right, that's fine.
I'll hold you to it this time, just because. Yeah, you're a good player. I know that you know that stuff. Just because otherwise it's gonna delay stuff. It's so much easier to do it during the rest. Even just like a quick, hey everybody, add your stuff. Alrighty. With that, what did you roll? Whoo! A sexy 8. Alrighty, Rodus. As combat kicks off, you guys aren't exactly surprised, so I'm not going to do that to you guys. But you can suddenly tell that the watery wall kind of seems to appear on that southern side. But then at the same time, you feel still the rumbling. You see some stones kind of getting loose from the ceiling and slowly kind of making their way down. As you suddenly feel a little bit of current kind of pushing away from that hole.
Away from the hole towards me?
Mm-hmm. Like almost out of the hole.
Or just out of the hole, right. Okay. I am going to position myself here if I can.
Don't forget that now you are swimming, so if you don't have a swim speed, it's going to be halved unless you dash.
So 25 either way. 20. Is half rounded up or down? If I rage and my speed would be 45 now.
I mean, raging doesn't add. So well, your movement right now should be 40, right?
My movement is 40, yep.
So if you were to rage, that turn you get to add 20 feet one time. So you would actually go up to 60 because it adds half your normal movement speed to it as part of that. What is that called again?
It is called
Instinctive Pounds. Yeah.
Yep.
And so it would get it to a total of 60, so that means you could swim up to 30 this one round, yeah.
Okay. And that's part of my bonus action that I take when I rage, so here is my rage.
Rage, my friend. Rage.
Water getting all steamy around Rodus. Very upset. I'm going to position myself between the dais and the hole, and I'm going to draw my Axe of Xander and prepare to fight anything that might come up out of this hole.
Alrighty, as you're holding your action, just in case there is something you can swing at. Alrighty, that is going to be your turn, which then brings us to...
Can I?
Yeah.
Is it possible for me to ready a Reckless Great Weapon Master attack, or no?
Let me check out Reckless. Great Weapon Master for sure. Anytime you make an attack, you get to decide if that's going to be Reckless or not. But Great Weapon Master. Reckless, on the other hand, you have to decide during your turn, and it doesn't benefit you out of your own turn. That's the answer. So Great Weapon Master, yes, but Reckless you cannot benefit outside of your turn from.
Then I do want it to be a Great Weapon Master attack.
Awesome. All right, cool. As that happens, you guys suddenly hear of something moving incredibly quickly and kind of scraping, kind of muffled through the water. And suddenly this monstrous-looking, tentacle-faced, crustaceous creature with huge claws kind of gets propelled out of this and seems to almost fly like a missile towards you guys. You can tell anyone who's kind of by it that it seems to be that the water kind of restructures itself around to kind of like slipstream it towards you guys as it lands right there. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Oop. Oop. That.
I mean,
as Lyra, you have this creature kind of make its way towards you. You see it is going to take one of those huge pinchers and try to pincers, sorry, not pinchers, even though technically they do pinch, huh? And tries to make an attack on you. The first one goes completely wide as you kind of try to backpedal. The second one tries to follow up with another attack immediately thereafter. Ooh, miss and a miss. All right.
Hell yeah.
Yanni, that brings us to you.
it wasn't close enough for my attack to go off.
So the other two shouldn't have appeared, but they did.
No, it's fine.
Can't see anything. Can't even even see Rhodas.
Yeah, Rhodas is kind of out of here.
These things are big. Ro, here. Run with this. And Ro gets twice his size.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna kind of wedge myself up here.
And just to double check
more.
Rhodas, you let that happen, yeah?
Yep. More damage. More advantage.
More bigger.
The biggerest.
I'm sick with power.
And then for my bonus action, I will toss my Makira, or however you say it, up into the water and yell, Oppa! And
hell yeah.
I will not attack Rhodas. I will change my targeting. And I will send it after the guy over there.
All right, the 15, as the thing just kind of cuts through the water, also slowed down similarly, tries to make the swing, but it actually does hit it, but it just kind of scrapes off of the extremely hard-looking carapace of the beast.
All right, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Man. So frustrating when that happens. All right, as...
It is what it is.
Another one gets shot out. Rhodas, actually make me a strength saving throw.
Cool.
Alrighty, as you're just like... The thing is just right over that as you kind of catch it. It pushes you up. You don't really have enough, like, things to hold on to kind of keep pushing it down into the hole, but you get pushed up a little ways as the creature's now directly below you. And... I'm going to move it over to the side just a little bit to make targeting a little bit easier. It kind of repositions itself and is going to try to snap at you twice. All right, first attack is going to be a hit on you. But it's going to be reduced since you are raging. And with that, let me double check, because as this huge pincher kind of wraps itself around you, you immediately become grappled by it. As it's kind of puts its pincers around you, you can tell that it seems to be almost like drawn to you. Make me an insight check.
Ooh, that's a good insight check. 17. No bonus.
You see the tentacles kind of get excited as they seem to be kind of going towards the arm that has the X, and almost like try to wrap themselves around your head. You're like trying to keep it off of that. The second attack is going to come in. And the second one is going to be a miss. Alrighty, that brings us to Rissa.
Sorry, does that one set off my attack?
Yes, it did. Sorry, you get your attack.
Cool. Is Great Weapon Master already on? I think it is. Cool. Target.
Oh,
and
that's
attack.
why. Okay.
With my Axe of Xander.
Oh.
11.
So you're like, you kind of like swing it over into the offense, trying to make that swing, but that goes wide, sadly.
Alrighty.
Oh shit, that's another consideration. All these things have underwater disadvantage now. Barissa, you're not affected by this. Rhodas, your melee attacks are affected by this, so I'm going to give you poison, which really just shows the fighting underwater, like trying to do that is going to be hard for you.
That makes sense. I can't imagine
Baited us
swinging
into an
toward
underwater fight.
is as effective as in the air.
Why am I not affected? That's very easy.
Because you're using something that doesn't get affected by it.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
'cause it
spear
busts.
is easier to kind of maneuver in the water.
That makes sense. All right. Can I occupy the same space as this sword? Because I wanted to stand next to Lyra.
Actually, hold up, that is a good question.
No, let us have friendship, David.
You have the answer, or should have the answer in yours, Damon. Does it count as a... If it's a small creature, then yes, you can.
Imagine it's a sword, so I imagine it'd be small.
It does not say. But I mean, a sword would be tiny, so...
True. Yeah, you should be able to stand in it, one way or another.
Okay, sweet. I will stand in it. Sorry, Damon.
You're fine.
And I will attack. Rah.
All right, a 23 absolutely is a hit. Anything special with that?
No, I'm good for right now. But I will do it on that one.
Nat 20, very nice. Woo! All right, go ahead and roll those crits. Or sorry, the smite dice.
Divine smite. Consume spell slot.
Okay.
And then another 3d8.
Yeah, and then just do it. Yeah, exactly. Just do it again. However, it doesn't do the extra d8, so no, it's not undead or a feed.
Yeah.
Ooh, nasty damage though.
And then I will do my Pam attack.
That would be a disadvantage because it's bludgeoning, right?
Is it based on the damage or the
like a
weapon
swing, like the off?
Yeah, because you're like swinging like a staff.
Yeah, so hold shift and control when you click on that.
Okay.
Jeez.
I vote
I'm just gonna crash.
I vote we just create the Pam weapon again. I much preferred that one because I always forget what button I have to hold for this. All right, shift and control.
All right, the 9, however, is a miss.
All right, and then Silo will just go in and attack it right next to me. Right. Where is her sheet? Silo. Abilities. Bite. No,
All right.
what's that? Yeah.
The 10 is going to be a miss as well.
So that will be... Oh.
Alrighty, Lyra, it's your turn. Oh shit, actually, I apologize. On initiative count 10, you do have suddenly the water around you, Rhodas, and this weird creature suddenly just become this weird whirlwind. I need Casaria and Rhodas both to make me strength saving throws, and I'll call that out for you guys. Just 1 second. Here you go.
Nice. Oh.
All right, Rhodas, you can feel that this is now difficult terrain on top of being swim speed. So your speed is now quartered, just so you know. Or actually, that is wrong. Each 1 feet of movement for you takes you 3 feet. So it's pretty fucked up. You, on the other hand, Casaria, now become restrained by this as you kind of being just whisked around in kind of the same spot. We'll say like oscillating back and forth, but you are restrained.
You said I was grappled too, right? You said I was grappled by the claw.
You are also grappled, which means that your movement currently is 0 anyway.
As
Weird.
it takes me, I'm just like,
Pretty much. The thing about that is, though, you see that the weird crab creature seems to be completely unaffected by this.
Typical.
Alrighty, Lyra, it is now officially your turn.
Okay, quick question. This little light source that the whirlpool created, is that legit?
Yeah,
because I couldn't see Rhodas and now I can see Rhodas.
There's actually almost like an inner light that comes off of it.
Cool. Awesome. Good. Then I will... How many people can I get with this? Sticks. Okay. Did I try and do? That's not an attack. Okay, well, I'm going to target myself, I guess. I'm going to cast Bliss.
Alrighty, you can always hold shift and then T because, that way it will automatically apply it to the right people. Who else is supposed to get it?
I didn't. It's going to be everyone that I can see, which, unfortunately, is everybody except for Estrella.
Oh, because you cast it at 4th level?
Yeah, so including Scylla. So Scylla, Brissa, me, Yanni, Casaria, and Rhodas.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not Estrella.
Right. Well, I can't see her anyway, so I wouldn't have been able to.
It seems pretty purposeful. Ooh, Estrella, you better have a conversation with her about this later.
It's
Well,
okay.
here's the thing: is that
Girl code?
I've already flavored it that it's magical friendship bracelets, and Estrella still hasn't taken the oath of friendship yet. So,
So basically,
You know
it's
what?
very
I don't need any
magical
weird
girl
like
transformation.
stitched skin friendship situation.
these are
I've
just
seen...
bracelets. These, those bracelets that you
I'm
make at
good.
like summer camp that you like braid with. That's what they
Except
look
for
like.
that, it's all additionally woven into your skin.
Into your skin.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. I'm all set, thank you.
Lift up my wrist. I have the power.
All right, as fate strings kind of radiate out from Lyra and seem to kind of guide you guys as you're trying to make your attacks and whatnot. Do you want to stay or do you want to go?
I am.
Because I play the game of catch the daemon. Repositioning the cam.
Oh,
you go.
sorry.
No, don't. Ah, you're perfect right there.
Just tell me, and I can shift the camera. It's not on a. It's on a 5x5 Rubik's cube actually, so I can just turn it.
That's perfect.
I am gonna hope that these crab things can't grapple us, and I'm gonna try and move just a bit. Get closer to the other one though.
All right, sounds good.
So I
move
can only move
only 5 feet for now, and then because it gets us attack of opportunity after that.
Okay.
Is going to try, and that is going to be a hit, and you are grappled. Because that is what they do with their graspers.
I'm gonna make my
dumb and I
attack.
hate it.
All right, Lyra, you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage, just FYI.
That's okay. Oh.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
why.
you still get blessed.
He got her by the chicken wing.
Oh, I have to roll for bless now too, don't I?
No.
I
That
didn't
is
even
that
think about
should
that.
be baked into it. Baked. It's just a natural one always misses no matter what. So I wonder if that's partially why.
What?
Wait, what do you mean with the 1d4? Let's back it up.
Oh, I was just joking about Brissa being blessed. It's a natural one. It doesn't matter. But then I said I need to roll for it.
I put the
I need
bless
to roll
on
for
the
it too.
put the bless on the sword. So that is actually something
Oh,
strange because. But
interesting.
Brissa natural one is always
Right,
a miss no
right.
matter what.
But I took damage, so I have to roll for bless now, right?
Oh yes, concentration check. So just a DC 10.
Well, it's a good thing I have advantage.
There you go.
Oh, and I'm blessed. I forgot I was blessed.
Yeah, blessing yourself with concentration is genius. Alrighty, as you do that, you are able to maintain concentration. Anything that you have as a bonus action, otherwise it will be the next person's turn.
No, I did everything I can do.
Alrighty, in that case,
Oh.
that brings us to the next Jewel Chad. As this one gets propelled outwards, let's see. It kind of keeps its
that
claws
was why I
almost
put
back.
myself behind Brissa.
As it kind of comes down, as it looks at the targets, is going to make an attack on Yanni.
Of course it is.
Natural 1. Second attack. Also a miss. Alrighty, that
Sweet.
brings us to Casaria.
They're real good at missing, except for when it's an opportunity attack.
Casaria, at the start of your turn, please roll me a d8.
Alright.
Oh no. You about to get yeeted. Underwater yeeted.
Oh, I get to add a +4 to this, don't I? Bless?
This is not.
I think
It's just a d8 for now.
Oh.
Alrighty.
You.
Alright, as you start kind of being forcibly moved a little bit within the vortex, you start your turn out actually right there.
Oh. Okay. Well, I gotta save to not be doing this shit. The whirlpool.
You can use an action to try to break free of it. Mm-hmm. So you can make an athletics check to try to like swim against the current.
Is it going to be an action regardless?
Yeah.
Of what I do, or
otherwise you can let yourself keep being yeeted around, but you'll be restrained. You won't be able to move around.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not necessarily looking to move. I can still cast spells though while this whirlpool has me, if I choose not to break free.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. What have I got? You say these are monstrosities or like phantasmal creatures, or are they beasts?
You're fairly certain they're not beasts.
Okay.
But they're so cute.
Anybody else craving lobster claws?
Look, all I'm gonna say is that the tentacle stuff was supposed to happen after the shopping and after the beach episode.
That wasn't on the agenda.
Guys, you guys got a little bit of beach, you got some coconuts, you know, I had to bring in the tentacles early.
Clearly didn't read my email.
You know, the second that I saw tentacles, I was like, out of here.
The produce flame underwater just produce steam. I mean, the damage would probably be halved if we're underwater, huh?
Exactly, it'll be half damage.
Okay. I didn't really prepare any attack spells for this.
I like that imagery though. Just
poison spray.
Right. Yeah, I could poison spray, but
I'm just trying to think of what you got.
Right.
All right, what are you doing? You had a hot second to try to think of what you were gonna do. What you gonna do?
So hard.
I wasn't counting on getting caught up in a whirlpool, so that kind of threw me. You know what? Two can play. Two can play at this game.
Happening.
I am going. Wait. Let me make sure.
Oh no! It sounded like it was leading up to something so good.
I do have a spell slot for this. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cast a Dust Devil on this motherfucker that has me caught and just make a whirlpool underwater on him as well.
Alrighty.
And I'll place it right there.
Is it spinning
the opposite direction?
Yes. It sure is.
Oh,
does the Coriolis effect take over and make them both spin the same direction anyway?
Alrighty, sounds good. As you start maintaining concentration on that, you kind of reach out and a counter current kind of spills around it. It has to end its turn within 5 feet of that, so it's going to be kind of ends its turn. So it doesn't happen right away, just as an FYI, and it might hurt Rotus.
Right.
But with that, because I forgot to mention it earlier, you see a second one of these whirlpools actually starting up. But this time, you can see that there are multiple chutes up in the ceiling as well. One seems to kind of build up above you guys who are currently sitting on this bed of treasure, as you see another whirlpool start to gather right around everyone up top.
That's not fair. We had no way to know to avoid that like we can see the other holes.
Alrighty, but the benefit that you guys get, because I didn't remember it until now, is that you guys don't have to worry about making the saves for any of that stuff until it's your turn once more. Alrighty, Casaria, is that the end of your turn, or do you want to do anything as a bonus?
Nah, I think I'm good for now. Everybody's pretty healed up, so I don't need to use a mistletoe.
Alrighty, you couldn't anyway because you cast a spell. Estrella, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I know exactly what I'd like to do. I'm going to look at Rotus and I'm going to say, Rododial? Because you're disadvantaged right now for swinging, right?
Yes, but, and not to get too meta, I'm going to reckless every time.
Okay. Nope. I'm going to save that then. I'm going to actually bonus action go starry form. And I am gonna do the archer. So I'll go ahead and take a shot, and I'm actually gonna shoot this gentleman here that's got Rotus. I think I can. grab him? This guy right here?
On the right side, hover, press T, and then you don't.
Yeah. Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
That's going to be with a little bit of cover, but yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So is it like a disadvantage or anything that I need to roll it with?
Not disadvantage, it's going to be higher AC. But go ahead and make your shot. We'll worry about that later.
Okay. Why do you hate me? Go. Okay.
And then under your inventory, you have a starry form shot, a starry shot. So if you click on that, it shouldn't bring up under the features, but it should just make the shot. It's at the top of if you just go to attributes on that page, at the very top where it says inventory, if you click on starry shot, I'll just make the shot.
Okay.
So roll 2 hit and everything else, because you do have to still roll 2 hit.
Oh, wow.
Alrighty. With that, as you shoot into the fray of the melee there, we'll see you could definitely have moved a little bit, so you kind of move over there as you kind of keep your starry kind of form together. As that shot kind of arcs through the water, that is going to be a hit on the creature. Which I also just realized has bless. Yeah.
What the hell, David?
Hey,
the creature has blessed?
Yeah, it got blessed. You know, it's fine.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was reading my 9,000 spells and all the contingencies, trying to be prepared for my turn.
100%, 100%. And you still have a full action left. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm also going to guiding bolt that MFR.
Alrighty. Pew pew away.
Why is the lobster blessed, David?
Huh?
Why is the lobster blessed?
How?
Did you?
Pretty sure I did. Let me double check.
Because it looks like it's still on the lobster.
Oh, natty 1 is a natty 1.
Oh.
Sorry.
That's okay.
All right, the first one kind of hits it, and you do see a lot of the kind of crustaceous covering kind of float away from it as the second one shoots out. As it hits the vortex, you almost hear a grumbling voice above go, "No." As the shot goes wide and hits the ceiling instead. And at the top of the round, that brings us to Rhodas. You are still grappled, but yeah, what would you like to do otherwise?
And it's like trying to get its little on my axis, my axe.
It seems to be attracted to it at the very least, yeah.
All right, well, it's gonna get it. It's gonna be inside of it here pretty soon.
Whoa.
Whoa. Rhoda's the fucking heart taker over here.
I'm going to reckless, so that it should
average the thingy-majiggy.
Yes,
at the start of your turn, actually make me a strength saving throw.
Okay, will do. Strength saving throw.
And you good. You resist the vortex easily.
Cool. And sorry, I'm trying to use my jazz hands for reckless, and it's not working for some reason.
Oh well, that's a bummer. Let me see if I can.
It says please select a target.
You have to target yourself. Yeah. Like you have to click yourself, and
sorry,
then
I'm targeting the other guy. That's why.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
Okay. Yep. Now switching
Reckless
my target back. Okay. And I'm going to swing away with my Axe of Xander.
Get it. Don't forget to target back over, but a 16... Oh, no, you did. I'm stupid. That is a hit, which is going to be 22 points of damage. You take a massive chunk out of this this fella here.
Yeah, you like that axe, boy? Okay.
Careful what you wish for.
Is anyone... Okay, so Kasari is too close to me. I'm going to just use my extra attack here and attack again.
Nice. That is another hit for another 29 points of slashing damage. Ouch. Yeah. Very nice.
Put it here.
Still alive though. You're taking massive chunks out of it at this point.
I think I'll leave it there. I'll end my turn there. Is there... I'm still grappled, right? Is there any way that I could use my action to try to or my bonus action to try to ungrapple myself? Is there... No? Okay.
No, the only thing... I mean, you could grapple it back so you guys are like, no, I grapple you. No, I grapple you. Like, you could do that, I guess. But that's about it.
Okay, I'll end it.
Okay.
Try to grapple its shell off of it with the axe dance.
Alrighty, as that brings us to this guy's turn. Who is not happy with Brissa at this point.
It's still grappling me, right?
Yeah, with one of the claws that is currently grappling you, and then goes down to attack Brissa, and that is going to be a hit on you, which then grapples you, Brissa. You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And after that, you see, with both of you guys kind of grappled down, you can suddenly see its tentacles kind of going around. As you have the shield kind of at the ready, it seems to be extremely attracted to your shield. And it's going to try to make an attack against you. Alrighty. As it does, please make me a Constitution saving throw, Brissa.
Any blast? I know it's baked in, David. I just like to say it.
It's baked in. No, but as you're like, half the tentacles kind of like start to touch you. There's like a like A, it is disgusting. B, there seems to be almost like this tingling sensation upon your skin where it also touches your forearm and the like, and you're able to kind of resist the effect, but you do get the sense this is some bad news. All right, cool. Ends its turn there. Yanni, it is yours. Oh, at the start of your turn, make me strength saving throw.
Okay, that's gonna suck. There it is. Oh,
you are also resisting that effect.
Remarkably good.
MVP to Lyra.
Yeah. First thing I'm gonna do is use a spell slot to...
What?
Well, I forgot to check off the consume available usage because there is no available usage. That's why I'm using a spell slot. But I'm gonna zap myself, like, let's say here.
Ready. And with that, you seem to be outside of the effect of the vortex.
That's what I was hoping.
Circulating.
Let me mark that spell slot off before I forget. And so that's my bonus action. So no attacks with the sword this round. So I'm gonna target the one what's badly injured. Yes, I said it wrong on purpose. And
whoa.
Did it
1 second.
roll?
I accidentally also starting your Photoshop on the middle of trying to stream while you're also running a session is a bad idea, kids. Don't do it. Not
Oopsie.
even once. Alrighty, and that is going to be a hit against that one.
Cool. And then yeah, that'd be my turn.
Alrighty, sounds good. Up next is going to be the next Chul Bro, but let me actually close Photoshop so that doesn't eat into my RAM usage. All right, this one is going to actually swivel around. Again, it seems to be unaffected by the vortex, but kind of keeps you there, Rhodas, as it is going to try to snatch Casaria. And that first attack is going to be a hit on you, as you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage and become grappled by it. But, you know, at this point, it's like, you're kind of like also held by the vortex in the same way. And then I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. Sorry. All right, same thing kind of happens as the tentacles seem to kind of focus down upon the central amulet. You're like, as you start to kind of like get almost choked out by the tentacles, but you're able to push it off of you as you resist this weird effect that it almost had upon you. Alrighty, that brings us to Brissa. At the start of your turn, please make me that.
Is Dust Devil concentration?
Oh, I apologize. It is concentration, yes.
Yeah, did he get hit by that at the start of his turn?
He would, yeah. 1 second.
Well,
I forget what kind of a save does he needs to make, or does
it
he just
end of turn, wasn't it, for Dust Devil?
Yeah, it is. It's the end of his turn. So 1 second. resist the effect, so does he take half damage from that? Let me double check. Thanks for reminding me, by the way.
It is half damage on the save.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me in whatever you order you want to Kasaria. First, make me a con save with advantage for maintaining concentration on Dust Devil, and then if you maintain concentration, roll me a d8.
Alright. It's control for advantage, right?
Alt.
Oh, shit.
But we can look at it. All right.
It's okay. It's okay.
Here we go.
No. It would have been a nat 19. So you maintain concentration. Then go ahead and roll me that d8. Just to check in with you guys, do you guys want to take a quick pee break now and then go pick it back up on combat, just because I know it's about halfway point?
Is that your way of saying the tea kicked in?
No. I'm good. I just want to make sure that you guys have the opportunity to.
I'm good for now, but if I'm not going to argue with other people.
All right, let's do this. Let's do a quick pee break now. We'll be right back, continuing this fight against these Chul Chads. And thank you so much for Big Buford. Thank you so much for them. Cheers. It's always nice to have. All right, we'll see you guys here very, very shortly, and have fun going to the bathroom. I don't know. Again, I'm just crushing it with segues tonight. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Yeah. All right, as we are going back to the worstest, we were at the start with, let me double check. I believe you had
Brissa.
made your save, right, Brissa? Oh, no, you hadn't rolled yet. So first
No, I
things
have not
first,
rolled
please roll me your strength saving throw.
Yeah, I mean, we could say I made it. Like,
We could say a lot of things. I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I mean,
fine.
If we're just saying things, all the bad guys die.
Can you get
There we go.
grappled by the whirlpool if you're grappled by the troll Chad?
You
I
can
mean, that's
be,
true.
You can be grappled and restrained, yes. And yet now you are restrained by the water as well.
So I can't attack.
However, no, you can attack. It's just not as fun as it was before. As you like getting just yanked back and forth, like you're still in the claw, but you're also kind of you're not moving. That's the good news. So you're not being randomly yeeted somewhere else, but you can't move, and your attacks will have disadvantage.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try and grab the one that is grappling me. Or not grab, but attack him. So,
I grapple you.
disadvantage.
You grapple me. We grapple each other.
I don't know. That's gonna be a no. That's gonna be probably no again, and I lost a nat 20. No, that makes me sad.
An
All right,
18
and then
is a hit though.
oh, it is a hit.
Mhm.
Then I will smite on it just because I don't like this guy, and he tried to
Get
hit
it.
me.
That's fair.
Yeah. This is my last spell slot.
Oh,
Oh, alrighty. With 22 points of damage, you stick the spear into the centerpiece of the carapace. As it kind of pushes back, there's an explosion inside of its chest. It seems to kind of twist and squirm, but you can see that there seems to still be a certain level of sentience in that beast.
It's still alive. All right. Well, I got one more attack. So 2 buttons.
One is a miss. Oh, another eaten that 20. Woof.
No, it's rough today, man. All right. Well, I guess that will be it, and then hopefully the dragon will make it save. It has much better saves than I do.
Yeah, and Scylla is still good.
All right. And then Scylla will.
Oh, and
eat.
actually, fun fact, Scylla has advantage on that just going forward.
Oh, because she has this one speed. Yeah, that makes sense. Scylla will bite.
All right, and with that, it finishes off that second one as both Lyra and Brissa are released from the grappling claws. However, Brissa, you are still within the restraint of the whirlpool.
All right, cool. I'll just yell over the room, be like, "We got one!"
The competition is on, baby.
It's coming.
Alrighty. Does she move or does she stay where she's at?
Yeah, no, we're both gonna just stay right here.
All right, Lyra, please make me a strength saving throw.
I don't wanna.
You can choose to fail.
Oh,
You make it.
Nice.
wow.
You can only move 10 feet, but you can move if you want to.
What if I steal Rhodus's kill? No, I'm just kidding.
Do it.
I already
Let's
did
do
it
it.
with the Chimera.
It has both. It has me and Kasaria like in its
Oh,
claw.
that's
Maybe
right.
it's
You're
like a
grappled.
multiple killers.
Okay. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it. I don't
Alrighty.
want to drop Bless for Hex. That seems like a waste.
No, I, as your DM, I highly support that move. That seems good. Seems pretty good.
Well, that's exactly why I'm not doing it.
That's the murder boners talking.
Alrighty, as you pew towards that, the first one is going to be a hit.
Cool.
Still alive.
Oh my god. I don't think
Nice.
I've ever rolled that high in my life.
You're rolling damage like me though.
Yeah. And I can't do anything fun as a bonus action. You said I can only move 10 feet?
Mm-hmm.
That won't get me out of this whirlpool. Oh, and there's still a crabby boy next to me. You know what? I'm gonna Misty Step.
Alrighty.
Oh, the thingy didn't pop up for me.
It is. It's just super hard to see. You kind of have like that thin purple line now.
Oh yeah.
Where?
You'll have to zoom in a little bit, but like go about 40 feet
okay, yeah, okay, I see. If I was to go here, is that? Oh, well, that's where I'm going. But is that higher up?
You definitely can there, and it's outside of the vortex. Yep.
Is it like lower than the dais or higher than the dais?
This would be about level with the dais, so you're still 20 feet.
Okay,
up.
I just couldn't tell because it's like a different texture. So,
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'll do then. That's it. All done.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn, another vortex spins up.
Oh, Yanni.
And Yanni, you are affected by that one. Interestingly enough, though, Estrella is not. Alrighty, which brings us to this Troll Bro. This Troll Bro is perturbed, absolutely just heartbroken over the fact that its buddy just got annihilated and is going to try to lay into you, Brissa. Alright, first attack is going to be definitely a hit for 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And you become grappled. And then make me a con saving throw.
Does when I attack the dragon? The dragon's much more intimidating. The dragon is the one that killed his friend.
That's true.
Also not wrong, yeah. Still attacked you.
Ah, damn. You know, you can't blame for trying.
Alrighty, you resist the tentacles once more. And that is going to end its turn. Casaria. Oh, yeah. Roll me nothing. You don't get moved. You are still restrained. You're still grappled. What would you like to do?
I am going to shoot this thing in the face with poison spray. Oh, gotta target it first. My bad.
As you kind of squirm back and forth, trying to like line up the perfect shot, the poison spray kind of releases within the water, kind of creating like almost like mustard gas that kind of floats away and
not letting me target it.
I will say this: it is immune to poison damage, so you learn something from that. So as it takes no damage from the poison spray.
Okay, well then, for my bonus action, I'll just move the Dust Devil on it, and I'll end my turn.
Alrighty, sounds good. Oh shit! Actually, Rodus, I forgot to do it. But at the end of your turn, remember that you're also affected by the Dust Devil.
Okay.
Something we'll do next time. All right, Estrella, it is your turn. At the start of your turn, Estrella, inside of your mind, you suddenly hear a... You better than them. All of them. Turn towards the true heirs of Thylea, my child. And we will make you into what you should have been. Outside of the quivering hands of your mothers. Let me show you what you can do, Estrella. Come to me. Your turn.
That's not creepy.
Right, I'm just going to pretend like I didn't hear that, and I'm going to shoot my starry shot at this gentleman up here. No, I'm targeting you. Come on, sir. There we go. Okay.
All right, a 21 is a hit.
Yes. And then I am also going to cast Moonbeam.
Ooh, alrighty.
And I'm gonna just cast it right on his head. Actually, I'm gonna cast it over here on this guy.
place it. Did you drop it down yet? Because I don't see it. It might just be because there are too many effects going on.
I did. I see it.
Can you ping it real quick for me?
Mm,
So left click and hold, just like in Roll20 or whatever. All right, awesome. Okay, cool. Alrighty, as it burns down, it's kind of... Let me just check something there.
Oh, I bet it is like matching the size of its token, and that's why we can't see it.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
It does, yeah, I can barely...
Yeah.
Yeah, if I move it over a little bit, there it is.
Mhm.
That's
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
Yep.
yeah.
Um,
I can move it over a little bit.
no. That's perfect, because I don't want you to like lose the 5 feet
Oh.
when you're trying to move it later. And then when a creature enters the spell spectre the first time or starts its turn there. Alrighty, so as the... Oh god, too many lasers. But you suddenly see kind of like out of the top, there seems to be just a column of burning radiant light kind of engulfing the creature, which seems to try to struggle against it. Alright, cool beans.
And can I, I'm just gonna move. Oopsies. Sorry. I keep putting down. I don't mean to. I'm real sorry about this. I just want to move right here. I don't know why.
So you already kind of
Moonbeam.
you kind of moved up 15 feet, like swimming up that way, just so that you could shoot the starry guy
Oh,
beyond there.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
Great.
kind of your movement, but you can now see them up top.
okay. Great. That's it for me then.
Alrighty, sounds good. How does before we go into the next one, because I'm excited for what Rhodas is about to do, and I think it's going to be nasty. What is going on in Estrella's head as she hears that? I know that you as a player are trying to actively ignore that because you have a plan and you want to stick with the plan, but for a quick insertion of roleplay, how does Estrella feel about it? Now that the turn is out of the mind,
Yeah, I think she was kind of like wondering what he thought of her. She was kind of waiting for this moment to see whether he was going to be like, how dare you, and just kill her instantly or try to bring her over. So I think that she's kind of been thinking about this a little bit, and this kind of like, in a weird way, she's like, kind of, am I worthy to be with this group? Like, I just joined. I don't really know what I'm providing in this group. And now she kind of feels like, okay, wait a minute. I'm all right. If he wants me over there, then I'm probably pretty good. That's what she's thinking.
getting headhunted. Yes. That's awesome. All right, cool.
My granddaddy likes me.
First things first. Go to make me that strength saving throw. Rhodas.
Oh.
Thank you for that, by the way,
Strength throw?
Marissa. All right, you good. This vortex ain't got nothing on you, son.
And let's see if this lobster boy has anything on me. Here's my target. Actually, I don't want to do that yet. He is pretty close to dead. I think we don't need the Great Weapon Master. I guess. But I am. So I'm gonna take off Great Weapon Master, but I am going to Reckless because it's still. I want it to be a straight roll.
Get it.
Great Weapon Master off. Target. All right. Axe of Xander swinging away. Let's see if we can end this lobster's life.
Get him!
Whoa!
Ooh, 29 to hit. 12 certainly is a hit. Not enough to kill it, but you can feel it kind of squirming, kind of twitching underneath your axe.
All right. Bring it back for one more swing. Aiming right for in between its little googly little eyes.
Alrighty, get it. Oh, 27 to hit as you just... And you do indeed just crack the carapace open. It pops open like a nicely boiled lobster. Terrible image. But as it kind of releases some kind of weird inky cloud into the water around you. Do you look over your shoulder and say something to Brissa, or are you gonna let that moment pass?
It's way cooler to just walk away from the explosion,
Well, you can't because you're in a whirlpool.
Sure. But it's more like act like you've been there before, Brissa. Okay. And then I probably can't, with my movement, make it to this other guy to use my attack, right? Especially not in the whirlpool.
Let me see. So you have 20 feet of movement, but you'd move... Well, you are actually technically already a little bit up, so let me see. You won't make it there yet, but as you enter the next one, you get the sense you'll have to make another save.
Okay, cool. Can I move as much as I... Yeah, I want to move as much as close to it as I can out of this whirlpool, I guess, into the other one.
As you...
Succeeded.
Oh, shoot. I actually forgot that you're... Shoot. So that means... Hold up. You can move 15 feet. I apologize.
No problem.
And as you're getting into that zone, make me another strength saving throw.
Sweet. All day. Strength saving throws, not a problem for Rotus.
Easy enough. Yeah, you're kind of like grabbing onto one of those stalagmites and kind of like pulling yourself along with that.
All measure in there.
Alrighty. Yanni, at the start of your turn, please make me a strength saving throw.
Strength saving. Yeah, not so much that time.
And then roll me a d8.
I'm just gonna poof out of here again. Do you really want to spend the time?
Yeah, because it will determine where you're going to be ending up. Alright, as you kind of get yanked around, kind of landing pretty close by Estrella, it's just like, kind of seeing her go by there.
Okay, at a glance, does it look like if I go here, I'm going to get caught in one in the near future? Are there any openings in the ceiling or the walls?
I mean, that's 50 feet away, but...
I said at a glance, if the answer's no, the answer's no.
Seems to be that the ceiling in general is kind of pockmarked with these holes. There doesn't seem to be anything in that little area, no, as far as you can tell.
That's where I'm going to go then. Oh wait, I mismeasured.
That's what I was trying to point out.
Yeah. I'll just... Oh, I see what's going on. It's showing me the restrained. I was like, why is it saying 35 feet? But yeah, I'm going there.
Okay, sounds good.
And let me take that spell slot off. Burn a few spell slots just to get away from these stupid whirlpools. Freedom of movement would have been so nice, but nobody ever prepares for this. I don't think you're gonna need it.
Because we can all Misty Step.
Yeah. And I guess I will chill touch that one. Or not.
Ready?
Oh,
That's
it
going
rolled
to-
me with disadvantage. We got to get rid of the restrained.
Yeah,
I'm
my
not in that
bad.
thing anymore.
The 4 was still the first roll.
Yep, it was.
But thanks for pointing that out.
Yep.
Remember that you can toggle that stuff on and off too. And
Oh no, I just didn't notice it either until I saw the disadvantage.
all right, cool. Anything else?
No.
All right, cool. As the little skeletal hand kind of shoots forward, it seems to kind of just bounce off of the carapace, doing nothing more beyond that.
Yeah.
Rissa, go ahead and make me that strength saving throw, please. All right, you're good to go, but you are grappled by the thing. Oh no, you were already restrained. That's right. Actually, in that case, roll me a d8. Oh no, because you're grappled doesn't mean... Yeah, you're not moving. I knew when I designed this, I was like, all right, this is going to be something that I'll stumble over. But anyway, you're right there. What would you like to do?
But I'm not restrained anymore, so my attacks will be normal.
You are restrained. The grapple ended from the other creature, but it was not restraining you, it was just grappling you. The restraint is from the whirlpool.
Oh, I just didn't re-save right there? That wasn't a save for the whirlpool?
No. That is if you start your turn without being restrained by the whirlpool or move into it for the first time, you have to make that save. Otherwise, you can use an action to try to break out of it.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will... Yeah, I'm not gonna. I guess I'm just gonna attack with disadvantage then. Yeah.
Is a miss.
Mm.
Oh man, as you're just like trying to desperately like find an entryway, there's just nothing. Your spear just can't find an opening to pierce into.
All right, and Silas save. So yeah, she saves.
Oh yeah, Silas good. Hey, that is a good bite out of that creature.
Yeah, but that will be it then.
Right, at the end of your turn, let's see here. Yanni got himself pretty saved there, which is good for you. As you see Casaria, however, be pulled in. As the vortex kind of yanks her upwards into that area with everyone else as well. You see the other one kind of coalesce as well. That center path becomes extremely turbulent, and you can see that a lot of the loot is now being actually lifted up and starts to cut through, almost like a whirlwind of shards and storm cutting through. The stuff now starts to damage you guys. Lyra, it is the start of your turn. You're outside of that effect. What would you like to do?
Panic. I am going to guy, or get it closer to being dead than Hex would probably, or than Eldritch Blast. So I will Psychic Lance it.
Ooh.
Acha. Oh, that's terrible.
Alrighty. Any fancy? Did you already use all of your foretelling stuff?
No, I still have it because I rolled a new one when we short rested, but I feel like intelligence is probably not. You know what? We're probably gonna sleep again after this. Yeah, I'll use it. You're right, David.
I just wanted to call it out just in case, because I mean, having the incapacitated is super nice, and it's literally your turn before it.
You're right.
Alrighty.
It's a 3.
You got a 3. All right. With that, it auto fails, takes 22 points of psychic damage, and becomes incapacitated.
And I think that's all I could do. I will move like here because I'm worried about these whirlpools. That's it. All done.
Alrighty. The Chul spends its turn being incapacitated. Casaria. At the start of your turn, a couple things are going to happen. First, rather than rolling a d8 to see where you're up, you're being pulled into the center of the whirlpool. As you have dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of coins and little debris pieces, shards, kind of just hit you from multiple spots. You take 18 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make me a concentration check for your rifle, unless you wanted to let it just go away.
I'm just going to let it go away.
Sounds good. And then it's your turn. You're still restrained, and you're essentially like at the center of this like triple overlay whirlpool shit show now.
There is one thing I might be able to do. Could be fancy. Hi, Mrs. How are you, miss?
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Wall of Water and see if that helps at least a little bit with
Where do you place it?
all this. So I believe it's like 30 feet, so I'm gonna place it like on me, but like kind of diagonal, so it could either hit Rotus or Brissa. Whatever reason, this isn't letting me target, so I can't drop. Like I'm trying to drop it, but hold on.
Go ahead and cast the spell. You should be able to drop it afterwards.
Okay. This is. There we go. Cast. Okay, sweet. How do I make this diagonal? Am I able to, or?
You can do the, what is it called? Scroll. So whatever you need to do the scroll.
Mouse wheel.
Mouse wheel, or if you're in a laptop, like the double point, or
Oh, yeah.
Wait, if I'm on a laptop, do what?
Whatever it is to scroll.
you know when you
On the
scroll up and
laptop.
down a website.
Oh,
Sometimes
Okay,
it's like two
sweet,
fingers at the
there
same
we
time.
go.
Sometimes it's the edge of the mouse pad.
yeah, no, I figured it out. Okay. Here we go. There.
Okay. And your intention with this is what?
I'm just trying to make the water denser so that these whirlpools don't like mess around with us as much.
Okay.
Make it a wall. Make it like difficult. I mean, the spell itself says it's difficult terrain, so make it difficult for these whirlpools to give us momentum.
So what I'll say to give you guys something out of this is that as long as you're within, grasping distance of the wall, you'll have advantage in your saving throws as Casaria desperately tries to take the water together, kind of control it. Casaria, as you do this, you do get the sense that the water is currently under an effect that the way you've never felt it before. You're trying to control it here, but there's something much more powerful currently trying to push against that. So you're able to kind of create something here that you guys will be able to kind of for lack of better terminology, hang on to, grabbing into this water that seems to be on your side, but it is very vehemently trying to push against that.
Huh.
Alrighty. Is that the end of your turn?
I don't really have a bonus action, so yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty, Estrella, it is your turn.
Okay, I can move my moonbeam 60 feet. Can it go through all this stuff that's happening on the
It
battlefield
can.
right now?
Yeah, and it only affects a creature when it starts its turn there, right? Or the
Yes.
first time it would enter the area.
Let me
That's,
find out for
actually,
you.
that's funny that
I
it
think it's
hasn't come up before.
both.
When
because-
a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. Both. It's engulfed in ghostly flames that cause it searing pain.
What I'm trying to figure out is, would you have to roll damage on Rotus and Casaria as you're moving it northward to hit that creature?
Good point. Okay, you know what? I'm going to save you that drama because I'm actually going to dispel magic on one of those little whirlpools.
All right, go for it.
Okay, I would like to do it on this guy here in the middle, but there's
Okay.
a lot. I don't know if you can see. There's a lot of stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Okay, so is
The
that
one by
like,
Brissa, right?
I'm assuming that I would know if I could cast that there.
It
but
seems to be a
I don't
magical
know.
effect, if that's the question, yes.
Yeah, I don't want to end Casaria's wall of water.
Yeah, you get to choose which effect you shut down. So
Okay.
yeah.
Great.
Go ahead and cast the
I'm
spell,
gonna go for that.
and then make me a wisdom
Perfect.
check.
Okay. Make a wisdom check. Just a check.
Just a check.
Oh.
Ah.
David?
But you're also blessed.
No, I'm not blessed.
Oh, you're right.
And that doesn't
Not
affect
blessed.
ability
Because she's not
checks
part of the
anyway.
club, man.
Can't sit with us.
God damn it.
Oh, really? That's fine. I'll just call my grandfather. Cool. Yeah,
He wants me
not-
now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can still have my bonus action, so I will use that to try to target this clawed gentleman.
I mean,
here.
even
60 feet.
yeah,
surely you
that's
can-
what I'm measuring out now. You could actually just you could totally move it around, so kind of like
water
this,
does affect projectiles. Be aware.
and then kind
Right.
of like have it hit there.
That's okay. I already did the dispel magic thing. It's fine.
No, you can do
But
both because you can move it as a bonus action, right?
No, it's an action.
Okay.
Oh, is it really?
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's disadvantage on projectiles shooting through wall of water. Just be aware.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is an action. Oh, that sucks. I thought it was a bonus.
Look, I knew a thing. I actually
Look
do.
at
study this.
you.
I know
Look
you
at
can't tell,
you.
but I do actually. I have like a whole book full of cards and stuff. It's ridiculous. Yeah. But I would still like to bonus action shoot my my starry shot, but I can't target this gentleman. I don't know if it's like the effects that are happening over here or if it's like a magical thing. I keep getting like a little 15-foot situation.
What does it say?
I think it's the dispel magic, maybe.
Right.
I don't know.
click?
I put like 4
Yeah,
of them down
there you
now.
Oh,
see that
oh,
now.
I see
That's
all
funny.
the 15
Oh my
feet.
god, no.
I
Get
hate
that out of here.
Foundry so much. Like, I hate it. I just would like to cast my starry shot on him. I don't know.
Alright, go ahead and just click
Please
Starry
let me
Shot.
target you, sir. Oh my god, I'm still
You're
putting
just
down.
on the wrong select thing. It has nothing to do with this is user error on this one. We'll
No,
take some
it's-
time and we'll kind of do that stuff. But
I
just
don't
go ahead
have
and
the
click
wrong
on Starry
select
Shot. You don't have to
Okay.
necessarily have it targeted.
Great.
It speeds things up. It's fine.
Yep. Perfect. I don't know. I clicked it. Do you want me to just roll a d6? How about that? What is it? Is it a d6?
No, you have to make an attack first. Just roll it from D&B Beyond, if that works.
Okay. That will probably work just fine. If I had to guess, it would be probably super easy. If I don't even know where it is. There it is.
And it will be with disadvantage. Sorry, is right.
Okay, it was a 5, so... Oh, actually, it was a 12, so let me
Yeah,
roll again.
12 is a miss. Sorry.
Okay. Second one's a 19. Bummer. Okay, that's the end of my turn. Thanks.
Alrighty, at the top
Sorry,
of the...
arrow just floats in my wall.
At the top of the round, Rodus, go ahead and make me that strength save if you would.
I think it's just
Right.
range weapon attacks,
Disadvantage.
Oof. Awesome. Alrighty, as you kind of resist that floating death storm, that would have been 12 points of slashing damage, reduced down to 6.
Nice. What is? Oh, okay, I see it.
Does it also get reduced down to 3 because of rage?
Oh, that is true. That is true.
Double reduced. Okay, I want to use likely all of my movement to get into attack range
Yep.
with this beastie. And he is injured. I am going to Great Weapon Master and Reckless Attack still with my axe drawn. So here is my first attack. 20.
Ooh, 20 is definitely going to be a hit.
Jeez, these rolls. And last attack, maybe? We'll see. 15.
Woof. That one sadly goes wide.
Ooh, close. Okay. That's all I'm gonna do.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, I'll just have my turn right there. Am I like sort of above it, right? Like it's like sort of perched on the dais and I'm like floating in the water above it?
I mean, you're kind of up to you are towering pretty high because of your large size, but it is also large, so not quite. No, you could position yourself a little bit. Like, what would you like to accomplish? Let me put it this way.
Just want to make sure we're on the same like level.
Yeah, you're on the same level with it. Alrighty, in that case, that brings us to Yanni.
I assume ranged spell attacks are also affected by all the things.
So I looked, it just says ranged weapon attacks
Really?
for Wall of Water.
Oh shit, cool. Well,
Awesome.
The starry shot was still the first roll was the lower roll.
Right, that's why I wasn't worried about it, because it still would have missed. But it does specify ranged weapons that pass through it
That's
get
good to know.
disadvantage.
I was thinking Starry Shot was still.
In that case, I'm gonna open with the sword attack
Miss.
and miss, and then I will follow that up with another chill touch, which is neither cold damage nor a touch.
Nice. Yeah. Hits, does some damage, and the thing is still hanging on.
Cool. And I'm gonna swim just a little bit this way, just to create a little space.
Just a little space for
and-
you. Forever.
Yep, and I'll call it good.
Alrighty, sounds good. That is going to bring us. That's going to bring us to Brissa. It is your turn. At the start of your turn, make me a separate strength saving throw. This is going to be now for the damage. You're still restrained. As you're being pushed closer towards the middle, you have advantage on that strength save because of the wall. You take the full 9 points of slashing damage and are yanked from below here.
Kind of grappled, right?
You are actually. Let me double check something really quick because something.
That one did hit her.
Yeah, it did have her grappled.
Yeah.
Because it's triple whirlpool.
Yeah.
All right.
Rhoda says cooties. You're right.
Yeah,
Is
stay
Is
away.
this part in the whirlpool right there or no?
Which part?
I just pinged it.
Yeah, that's outside of it.
Okay. I am going to. Oh wait, do I? Have I already used it? I don't think I've already used it.
If it's counted down, then yeah, you did.
I did use it. Damn. All right, never mind. I'm just gonna still swing wildly.
Sounds good. Get it.
So
You probably used it to get closer to Sila.
I think. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't remember. Swing wildly. Nope, that's 20 gone. Swing wildly.
Hey, 22 is a hit.
All right, I don't have any spell slots, so that's all I got.
Hey,
for
16
that
is good. That is a hit. It is starting to look extremely rough.
Pam attack.
Hmm.
Oh no! All right.
Is a
On
miss.
to Sila. She gets advantage
How does she get advantage?
because she said she has a swim speed.
Oh,
right?
for the strength save. I was like for the damage. She is not within the range of the wall, but what was that? -2 and 18, still a save. She's good. So she's not like within grasping distance of the wall.
I thought, but she has a swim speed, right? Didn't she
Yeah.
have
Oh,
advantage
Jesus
this
Christ,
whole time because
yes.
of it?
I should just listen. Oops.
It's okay. Okay.
But yeah, either way, she's good. God damn it.
Yeah, no. All right, and that will be my turn.
Alrighty.
Alright, well,
At the end of your turn, Brissa, you see all of the whirlpools. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Converge upon one another.
no.
So many crazy effects going on. And as they do, I need the following individuals to make me some saves.
It's okay, you know why? Because they're all blessed. And it's gonna work.
8.
Does Sila get advantage?
On this one, no.
You
Ah.
don't need it.
Wow, amazing. And then Rhodas, you have advantage just because. Oh, did yours roll, but it didn't roll? Oh,
Ah!
Woo! 32. Holy crap.
amazing! Ah, yeah, it feels so good. Alrighty, as I gotta push that off. All right, as the entire vortex just kind of comes in, pulls together, and then shoots outward. Even the people who saved, which are Sila and Rhodas, get pushed back. The thing just gets absolutely annihilated by the push backwards. As you guys look upon this, there's actually a little bit of a moment. Even the people kind of standing back, you guys are being push back ever so slightly against this, but don't have the same kind of aggressive push that the rest of you guys experience. Silas pushed back about 15 feet. You, however, and by you I mean Brissa, are yeeted all the way back to the back. As you take
Even a 20 didn't save?
a 20, it was a fail.
Oh, wow. Damn. It's a high DC.
Brissa, you take 24 points of bludgeoning damage as you're yeeted against the back wall there. Rodis, you push back that 15 feet. And Kasaria, you're also pushed backwards. It's going to hit the back wall there.
Jesus.
And I'll zoom out a little bit for the stream so you guys can see that.
Boom.
As there seems to be almost a thunderclap, you see that the wall of water gets shot out. The vortex suddenly seems to kind of die down, but still exist to a certain degree. And within it, you see a visage starting to arise and kind of get formed out of the water itself. The visage is extremely, let's say, familiar to you.
Ugly.
Estrella,
Ugly.
as this seems to be none other than your grandfather, Sidon, appearing. All of you guys are kind of floating there. Rodis, you kind of like looking at it as you try to reach out. You take the axe, but you're being pushed back as the water just almost keeps like a thing, like a protective aura around him, pushing you guys back. You're kind of trying to keep yourself in the spots that you're in. The only one that is completely unaffected by this is you, Estrella. As he looks towards you, you see him go, please. Hundreds, if not thousands of coins seem to kind of coalesce in a whirlwind around him. Please, you do not belong with this rabble. You should be a queen of Thylea. You are a demigod of the Titans, Estrella. These would-be usurpers will take everything that is rightfully yours. They will take advantage of you. They will take and take and take. They are the reason that your aunt is now a ship. They are the reason that the Gigans died. Do not be fooled by their promises that things will be different this time around. Be better. Be part of us. It is in your blood. What do you do?
Can you do just a quick refresher about? I did read it, but like, it basically like, if we don't succeed, people just have to do like a lot of sacrifices, and it's bad for the people because they're just evil titans basically, and they'll rule again if we don't succeed in what we're doing.
They have been kind of ruling for a while, and what you baseline know is, yeah, they're kind of like that stereotypical Greek god. They want sacrifices. Lutheria is a little bit more bloodthirsty than Sidon is. Sidon usually is okay with like bestial sacrifices like oxen and that kind of stuff. And he wants to have tribute if people want to go across the seas and that kind of stuff. And most importantly, he wants to be recognized as the god of Thylea alongside with Lutheria. However, yeah, they are bloodthirsty. On the flip side, you know, the war crimes that he's invoking, the massacre, the genocide of the Gigans, that happened. The fact that the tree that once was bound, soul-bound with your aunt, that ultimately became the Ultros, that is also true.
Okay. So we, as a group, are trying to give the people a choice in who they can worship, basically.
Kind of. What you know is that there is the the Oath of Peace is coming to an end. That is the whole timeline that you guys are racing against currently. You know that approximately 500 years ago, just, some 45-ish days under, you guys, or the Titans and the gods, Alice, Peter, the father of Rhodas, etc., had made some kind of an agreement, some kind of a Cold War agreement, and there was no more fighting. For 5 centuries, everything was just passive aggressive, kind of poking at each other, sending things to fuck with each other, but there was not going to be a total true war like there was before. In the very beginning, there were the Dragonlords that had attacked Thylea, but again, that was also provoked.
Okay. I guess I don't know how to respond because I'm not sure like what are we fighting for? I guess maybe like I know the Titans are bad. I don't know. I don't know how to respond because I just don't. They kill everyone. I don't understand.
In my head, it's like Lutheria and Sidon are like the greedy monarch. Like everything is bad for the people. They get what they want, however they want. And the reason we're doing this is to kind of shift the pendulum to kind of more towards the 5 gods, Valis and Petor and Kyra. Because like Thylea is really the one who took care of everything. So we're trying to make it like more peaceful, enjoyable, like everyone's not miserable, no more sacrificing people, no more, stuff like that.
Do we have to kill them?
The Titans. Well, unless they just give up and go away, that they could also do that, but unlikely.
Killing them is an option.
Okay.
It's the only option.
Oh, right. Lutheria is also hell-bent on killing Yanni. And Sidon's just a dick.
Yeah, it seems like mostly the Titans are like their desire is to like subjugate the entire population of the world unless they are willing unless they're willing to self-subjugate and like worship them endlessly and sacrifice to them. Like that's been the perception so far.
It's very my way or the highway, but the highway is like death.
And then the gods who are currently in charge, they see, I mean, like it seems like a relatively prosperous and happy, society with the gods being where they're at right now, which seems to be in power, if you will.
Okay.
But they definitely did some bad things too.
Yeah, they're definitely not great people.
Bad things, man.
Not quite as black and white. That would make it no fun at all.
It's all very gray area, but we're more towards the lighter gray area.
So as a refresher, so I'll do a history thing though, just so that you guys are on that. This is also in the player's guide. But basically, Thylea was built by Thylea and Kentimane, 2 proto-gods, if you want to call them that, right? And Thylea literally gave herself, this is what you guys saw actually on the ground there, to build the land, the continent that ultimately became Thylea. Kentimane, nobody knows where he's at. He doesn't want to be worshipped. You do every once in a while see like these stone hands that reach out of the ground, and people think they call them the hands of Kentimane, but nobody knows what they stand for. Nobody worships him. He doesn't show himself. Later, the Titans were born. And that, again, there seems to be kind of the story on the ground there before you guys. That this now seems to indicate that there were more than just Sidon and Lutheria were born out of the marriage between Thylea and Kentimane. But it appears that the only 2 Titans that remain are Sidon and Lutheria, who are twins and brother and sister and married to one another. Very Greek. And a little bit of Game of Thrones. But fast forward. So they ruled over Thylea since the beginning of its time. They created the Fey races to worship them. And so nymphs, sirens, centaurs, satyrs, etc. All of those were the original races of Thylea. They had existed for nobody knows exactly how long when the first settlers started washing up on the shores. So you had outsiders. Nobody knows exactly where they come from, but that's where, humans, dwarves, elves, you're like PHB standard races, like the things that you kind of like think more Tolkien-esque kind of races started washing up on the shores. And Sidon and Lutheria kind of toyed with them. On the one hand, they kept sending Fey races against them to put them down so that they could not establish true settlements and locations where they could live. At the same time, the only humans, etc., that they allowed to flourish to a certain degree were those that sacrificed to them. So gave of their harvest, gave of themselves, sacrificed sometimes even children to them, especially again, Lutheria. So that was kind of the stuff that the Titans did until the day that the Dragonlords arrived. So that is Estro Archelander, the ghost guy that you guys fought for the Ultros. He was the leader of them, and he was bloodthirsty. He full on Hitler the shit, right? He went in and wiped the Gigans out. Like went into village after settlement after city and destroyed everything. Every woman, child of the Gigans, the Cyclopses, everything. Right. So again, the Dragon Lords were able to really turn the tide, and that was called the First War. During that time, a lot of Fey races truly, truly suffered. And during that time, the tree that was bound to your aunt was cut down and then turned into the living ship that you guys now have, which is the Ultros. So that is what he's referencing with that. Nobody knows exactly where they came from during this time towards the end of the war because it was getting more and more bloodthirsty. Sidon and Lutheria were actually winning. They were killing dragon after dragon after dragon, driving them to extinction now. 5 gods kind of came out of the sky. Mitros immediately rose back into the sky and remains there to this day. But the other 4 gods, Valis, the queen in Mitros, is married to Acastus. Pitor, who's the father of Rhodus and is king of Estoria. Kyra, who had traveled with them from the very beginning, but things happened. Lyra kind of will try to check out an entire war camp, and Kyra kind of protected her so that she wouldn't be just murdered on the spot, and now cannot interact with the group anymore, but because of an oath, is there as well. And then finally you have Vulcan, who is the father of the other 3, who was married to Mitros, and he is the dwarf god who is still crafting things for the party as we speak because they did some stuff on the side. Again, all that stuff YouTube. But that is kind of where we're at now. The Oath of Peace was the stalemate. The gods and the Titans had come to some kind of an agreement saying that we're done fighting. For 5 centuries, just let us be one another. Right? They were not allowed to truly strike out against each other, not truly allowed to commit full-on warfare against one another. But there were, Cold War, essentially like proxy wars, kind of the shit that you see in Ukraine right now, right? So that is kind of what's been going on between them. The Oath of Peace has like 40-ish days left. That's in your calendar. Has 40-ish days left. At the end of that, all of those restrictions are going to go away. The gods and the Titans will be able to full on wage war against one another. And so far, it seems like Sidon and Lutheria are pretty hell bent on bringing the full brunt against the gods and the settler races once more.
Yeah, I guess I forgot the part about how it's also to prevent a war.
And there's like the war camp that where Lyra almost got offed. There's like hundreds of centaurs that are camping just outside of Astoria. Like there's already mobilization of war troops and stuff like that happening.
And a dragon.
There are dragons involved. The leader of the Sidon forces, his name is Gaius. He has a dragon. King Acastus, he has dragons. Like yeah, it's definitely it's revving up to be a bloody escalation.
Blood. People should be able to choose who they want to worship.
His eyes just kind of narrow down upon you. You see the big red kind of almost it's somewhere between just pigmentation and the tattoo on his forehead. A third eye seems to kind of glow a little bit brighter with reddish light. And you have a choice now. I am your blood, Estrella. These are invaders. Will you choose them over your family?
Choosing to stand with the people. And these people are fighting for the people, for them to have a choice. You don't have to fight this war. You can let people decide to worship you if they want to.
If I were to do that, they would be led astray by these false gods, these usurpers. They would have nothing left. Thylea and I are the only true gods of Thylea.
Then you should have no problem convincing them to worship you. But it should be their choice.
This is my land. I reign supreme. Why shouldn't they worship me? My mother gave her life to build this, and I now oversee its protection. Why would they not want to worship me, child? Why would you not want to?
What are y'all doing?
We're like flailing in the water and trying to find footing and getting wrecked.
You can see now he kind of seems to reach out as the water is starting to just kind of compress down on them. Even Rhodas, who's the one who's most equipped against it, seems to kind of like struggle against this as well, as the edges of the extent of the spell of Enlarge kind of seems to kind of come down. I see. You will always be my blood. I warn you. I will not hold back if you keep on this path. I have tried to protect you until now. This is your chance, Estrella. Join me. And you see a massive hand just kind of extend out, purely made out of water. What do you do?
I'm going to drop my starry form. And I will say, if you are my blood, then I know somewhere in you there is the will to do the right thing and to give people a choice. And they will see how wonderful you are. Until that is your purpose, I cannot join you.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Bruh. If Estrella ends this war right now. Oh.
And then one more, because
Wow.
advantage.
That
One
was
more
disadvantage?
since you have advantage. No, you have advantage.
I hit.
You hold A and then you click on it. It's all good. Just roll it one more time without it. That'll be fine.
Okay.
Wow.
You still have much to learn. I warned you. As he angrily kind of looks over to Rhodas, the form kind of like keeps pushing down. This is like starting to feel like if you guys are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet under the water, the pressure is starting to push in. as Sidon's eyes just kind of fall into yours one more time, Estrella. As he waves his hand, all of you guys see the water kind of explode outward one more time, kind of gently pushing you guys against the edges of this cavern. But other than that, nothing else seems to be keeping you guys in place.
Okay, that was intense.
Is he still there?
He disappears.
Oh, okay. He's MIA. Does he have 3 eyes?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I know we've seen like his face in the sky, but is this the first time we've actually seen Sidon before?
Mhm.
So cool. That 3rd eye is freaky.
Everyone in this game could see the future, apparently.
Hey, hey, how's it going? Oh my gosh, you guys are crazy.
Oh, right
Thank you
at
so
the end.
much. I mean, we've got a little bit more. We got to unpack some of this stuff. But as Sidon image kind of disappears, and we've got like a minute, but how?
No, I just thought it was a raid. I hadn't looked to see that it was a bunch of gift subs. That's awesome.
I think it was both, right? Oh my gosh, it's Black Sun Gaming again. Thank you so much, man. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Dad.
you. But yeah, as you guys
And
kind of
Megan.
feel back in control of your own bodies, how do you guys feel?
Sure.
Sore. You know.
That was intense.
Rodus in character, I don't think he ever really like appreciated that Estrella is like legitimately like Sidon's blood, you know? And now it's like it seems a little dangerous. You know? It's like maybe we haven't
Talked about it.
not talked about it, but like we just like we have trusted Estrella very quickly, and I don't know, like she could have just like I don't know. It's just concerning. Being the son of a god makes me distrustful of the daughter of a titan for some reason.
Do you say anything out loud, Rodus?
No, it would be really intimidating. I would, yeah, like
Big Rodus is like kind of starts battling away from her.
if anything, it would be the opposite. Like I would say less around Estrella. I mean, it's just it's a dangerous thing, you know. We're playing with fire here.
Yeah, I think, does Estrella seem like sad or like more confused, or like what's the look on her face right now?
Yeah, like super overwhelmed. Super overwhelmed and confused and yeah, sad too.
And I mean, we were all just getting completely pummeled by these whirlpools, but we still heard the conversation, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Then Lyra would probably just swim over to Estrella and give her a hug and say, if he can't accept the choices that you make, then he isn't really your family.
He must be really scared because he's never talked to me before. So that should make you all feel really good.
That was a very brave thing you did. The way you stood your ground with him.
Yeah, he could have just like.
It's true. Rodus came
Good
face
to
to face
set
with the titan
boundaries.
and ran away.
I almost peed myself. It was really scary.
No
Well,
one
the
would
good
have
news is
known.
we're
We're
in the water. Nobody would
underwater. No one would have known.
Public pool rules.
Should we grab this treasure and get out of here?
Oh my god, yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
As you guys look over now, it's completely strewn into 100 different places, but you guys see there's like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of coins. And that is something that we'll definitely do outside of stream, so you guys can get the details and all that stuff. But yeah, you definitely kind of load it into the thing. The bag fills up.
Is it
at
just
one point.
coins?
No, there's like 24 different gems. You can see gem-studded necklaces. You can see rings kind of scattered throughout. There's a lot of shit here. It seems like, yeah, all of those ships, when they lost their treasure, the Chimera kind of put it down.
Please.
This
Into
is our
this.
moment.
There's a lot of cool shit here. But there's something else to celebrate, which is you are down level 9, people. Woo, 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 woo,
Right.
woo,
That's
woo.
Oh my
exciting.
god! Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yay!
All right, cool.
An
But with that,
ability score increase.
Yeah.
couple of quick call outs for the newbies. Please follow us because we're going to do a giveaway, and that is going to be at the end of this month. This is you guys' last opportunity because the next session is going to be on Tuesday. As a reminder, we're switching over from Thursdays to Tuesdays now.
And an hour earlier.
And an hour earlier, yes,
Yep.
at 9 p.m. Eastern. But the giveaway is going to be anyone who's followed us is going to be automatically entered. If you guys want to cheer and sub, that would obviously be also super appreciated to get some character art done for your TTRPG character from one of the artists in our community, Silky Noir specifically. Yeah, and Black Sun, please check him out too. Fantastic events, like super great supporter of the stream so far. Thank you so much. But anyway, I'm gonna look for another thing to raid. Congrats on getting a shit ton of treasure. Sorry for more emotional damage. Give me like 1 more minute, I'll be able to find another raid. Now as players, how do you guys feel about that emotional, less emotional damage, I feel like, than Lyra's? Just
So, I was
more
just gonna
confusion.
say real quick, did you mention that there's also a possibility that we might not stream next week because you might have a new child?
Yeah, there's that kind of dangling around. If you want to give the deets really
it
quick,
tomorrow.
go ahead while I fight that raid, because I really do want to raid someone else too. I appreciate you.
David's wife is pregnant, and he was already planning on taking a break for that because obviously we want him to have fatherly time with his child. We're not going to keep him from that. But there's a chance that the baby might be here sooner than expected, and sooner than expected is like tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
Please.
there's a
Or
chance.
like tomorrow you will know if it's sooner than expected.
It
But
might-
if it's sooner
if
than
it-
expected, we won't stream, obviously.
If it's looking real bad tomorrow, there's a potential that, yeah, anyway, in order to preserve the kid, preserve obviously my wife too. We might have to do an
Don't say
emergency thing.
preserve. That
I
sounds
know.
so grim.
I know. It's like when
He's German. That's
You're
how
right.
they speak.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
just-
You're right.
I come from a land without sunshine. What can I say?
Yeah.
But anyway,
If
so
we're
yeah.
not here next week, it's because David has family stuff that he has to tend to.
And if you're following on the Discord, I'll do like a shout out saying like, hey, this is the day that I'm going to stop running games for, a couple weeks to do some paternity leave. Anyways, you players have been wonderful. Thank you for letting me put you through the ringer, trying to think of creative ways to to use the environment. You guys were awesome with that one. Obviously, having water breathing, VIP
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
MVP to Estrella, and then Lyra, that bless. Ooh, that bless was fucking good for that fight. Very well
Yeah.
done. Anyway, follow us, please. Any support is welcome. We'll see you guys next Tuesday, unless things happen. But then we'll let you guys know. Bye.
At 7 instead of 8, an hour early.
7 p.m. Mountain or 9 p.m. Eastern. Bye. Alrighty, and we are officially out. I don't know. I can't even say anything. I hate all these. What? Oh no. I don't know. I just did like Dungeons and Dragons. This guy doesn't have a lot of things. What the hell is going on here? Oh wow, yeah, all of the masks. What? See you later, Brian.